here. Boom. Put that in there. And I'm going to switch this to do not disturb. Okay. That way I don't receive no random messages. Everything looks good. We got the clean feed up. All right.
Now we just wait. So yeah, make sure, just don't get confused. We'll be talking on the clean feed. Like if you're looking at the Twitch chat and all that good stuff.
Well, I can, let me set this up right now so I don't screw it up. Screen deck, mixer audio. I'm gonna put Dave's mic. Okay.
Swish a house.
Oh,
Hey.
that won't work. Rip.
Oh, swish a house.
Let me see. That's gonna be too much work.
Yeah, don't worry about too much work here tonight.
Yeah, no, because like I could set it up to where like I can just mute our mics so we can just talk in between, you know?
Yeah, if anything, we'll just, so tonight we'll just type then in our chat.
Huh?
Tonight we'll just talk by typing in our chat, the private one. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, well, like I could mute it, but it's gonna be a little bit extra work. I don't want to accidentally screw up where I can't hear you or you can't hear me, you know?
Yeah.
But I
pretty
can
much on the breaks.
So I could mute myself, no problem.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
understand. So
So,
you'll
like-
give me the countdowns. Oh, but they can hear me. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. But you're not on the scene that has my voice yet, though, right? Like you're not streaming that. You're streaming the graphics with the music. Oh, with the music and the graphics. Gotcha. Okay, so I'll quiet it up then. I'll quiet it up right now. Yeah, yeah. During the breaks, just have the music and the graphics. Okay, okay. No, I think after the game's done, we'll say our final thoughts. I'll ask you your final thought, and then I'll send it to the break. On the break, I just won't talk. If I want to say something, I'll type it to you in Discord. In our voice chat. Okay. Yeah, and then yeah. So when we go back live, then I like to do it like in the lobby, like where we see all the players all huddle up together. Is that good with you? All right, so I'll be ready to go, and I'll be listening in. Because I'll probably get up and get water too on the break. So, so right now there's 63 players, so we're almost there. So I'm gonna stop talking. It's gonna be you. That's what I'm saying. Like, oh, it's on a delay. So we're live. We're live already, bro. We're live. Yeah. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with night number 3. This is Mustache Dave, joined with a new voice, but a familiar face within the community, Hot Juice.
What's going on, Big Papa, dude? Absolutely honored to be able to cast my first ever PUBG Mobile Club Open. I am ready to see some action. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, I know you've been having some viewer parties on the sidelines over here. So, I mean, you had the opportunity to watch on Tuesday, groups A and B. On Wednesday, groups C and D. Tonight, we're going to have A versus C. So any teams, if you don't mind me asking, I'm catching you off guard here, but any teams that you are looking forward to watching here tonight?
Man, I'm looking to see all of these teams that have been putting in work for years since the beginning. You know, you look at some of these squads have been playing back when I was playing over there in the North American Star Challenge. So I'm looking to see what kind of action that we're going to get from Group A and Group C.
All right. So we are going to be getting on into the matches here. Last night we had some crazy troll circles. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if we're going to have any of those here tonight. I personally would hope so because I love watching it, but I know the players are probably dreading these crazy hardships, but let's get on into it. Hot Juice.
Let's get it, baby. I mean, look at this. You got JOVI, everybody going south Amelia. I mean, I personally like to see these troll circles. It just goes and puts these IGLs at their absolute limit. You're able to see plays, rotations. Those kind of circles show the experience from some of these high-level teams, and I can't wait to see what we're going to get tonight.
Yeah, so we're going to see all these teams are already going to be dropping on out of the cargo hold door. You were mentioning JOVI. They tend to drop down there in the military base. Looks like they will be doing just that. Good for them. Maybe we'll get a military base circle, help them pay off, because let me go check out the overall leaderboards real quick. JOVI, where are they at? They're going to be down there in 18th position. So definitely a squad that I'm going to be rooting for here tonight. And there we go.
First South circle, the caster's blessing. Oh, yeah. Dude, JOVI, dude, they're gonna have to pay you a cut tonight for that one. But man, look, you got a whole bunch of squads having to go and travel south. You got End going over there. Everfury looking to go chill by Zarky. You know, that seems like it's gonna be a good time. AP going to Severny. They're gonna have to move quick. Already got a knock already. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, we got squads popping off over there. Universe 7. Now, they were in the lobby last night, and that's kind of what I was saying towards the end of the night. Like, these teams that played last night, they might be a little more warmed up for tonight. They might be a little more confident if they did perform really well last night. They can kind of transition on over with that same mentality compared to the teams who played on the first night in Group A. They might be a little rusty, you know, not on their P's and Q's. So we'll see exactly which group comes out on top here tonight, but we're going to be checking out Prada, just looting on up here in Yasnaya.
I mean, oh man, this is going to be a tough one. I already see 4 Angry Babies, already have a few knocked. Wanted to see if they got their team back up, but yeah, Yasnaya here. Not one of my favorite places to loot. There's just people everywhere. You just never know. You're going like, oh, let me just pick up this, you know, this little quick red dot, and then all of a sudden you just get beamed from the side. So we'll see how they're just going to loot up and dip, or if they might catch each other.
Yeah, and you know, saw a couple guns right there. You were talking about them. The Bison, I saw a spicy tweet, I think HH24 the other day, saying the Bison, hands down, the best gun. And I even think PUBG Mobile retweeted it. No, he's not trolling.
Yeah,
I went
trolling,
on there,
bro.
I said, I've been saying this for years. The Bison is my favorite gun. I'm not gonna lie. The magazine is just so large. Was 53 bolts? Like, for me at least, like, I'm guaranteed to get a knock with that.
How dare you lie to these viewers to their face? Oh, look at U7 getting some shots with the Scar, with the holographic sight. That's a lot of fun.
Yep, down here in the crates area, Universe 7. We saw him earlier getting the first blood of match number 1 here tonight. We see Versace in a vehicle, repositioning, going for a wide rotate, maybe? I don't know. Where is Versace? I don't even see him near here.
Yeah, it looks like they had him split to try to get that car, you know? That's they're gonna need that, especially at crates. Good play.
So it might be a little standoff for the time being. Mid-range fight right now. See a couple scars out here, some 3-time sights. Gotta assume the loot might not be the most optimal.
And that's a shame, man. When you drop crates, they should be fully looted, but unfortunately not getting that love really quick. But Versace got that buggy, looking to pick up his friends possibly, or maybe create a distraction here.
Yeah, I mean the crates, they do have good loot, but it's a lot of it's on top of the crates, right? So if you're gonna go up there, you're gonna be exposing yourself to the enemies. But we do see Versace, like you mentioned, finally regrouping with the squad. Kind of split. Versace gets called out right here. I don't know if they'll have enough time to get the revive, unless Universe 7 gets full aggro to make sure that they can get that support. But looks like they're gonna be holding their ankles here, just trying to collapse in.
Understandably. This is a tough spot for both these teams here. With zone shifting south, they got to get moving already. And when you get stuck in these kind of team fights, it just restricts you from getting out there. And that's never a good time. But where you just see just some people looting up here, you know, the good old traditional loot, hang out together. No big deal.
No big deal. I mean, it's going to pop off here very shortly. These teams are so close to each other. We got Ying right there. Just playing passive in the warehouses. I mean, there's no real rush. This isn't... Oh, actually, there is a rush. This isn't in the first circle. This is,
they got to get going here soon. But they are suffering.
I was thinking like, I was thinking like they can play this one out, but not really. So I guess you got to take out the other team, right? So that you don't get backstabbed getting in the vehicles and headed on out.
And that's kind of like a big difference I see from a lot of these North American teams compared to these Asian teams. When the circle shifts, everybody just leaves. It's like they all have an agreement and they all get going. But in NA, man, they will not let you go. You know, so it's a tough.
In the blue.
That's right. They're like, oh no, I want these kills, baby. I'm trying to get these clips. I'm trying to put these clips on Twitter.
Thing, though.
But
like, is it worth it though? I mean, you get 1, 2, maybe 3 points. But is it worth it? Because you want to place high. Like, what?
Yep.
I don't know. How do you make up such a decision like that? I guess you just got to follow the IGL at that point. Ooh, Yogi falling out. Maybe other vehicle. Hopefully they'll be able to get the revive. But I would like to see these teams be a little more proactive. You know, if they're going to take the fight, then take the fight. If they're going to move on into the new zone, then start moving on into the new zone, because they're using up so much time right now.
Oh, look, Versace just must have heard you, because he's out of there. Maybe looking to get an off angle at those two houses. It's going to be interesting to see if maybe he can spot one of these guys out. Oh, Taylor getting into some action. And he's knocked! Fight opening up right now.
Now it's a 3v3.
Oh, from the off angle, Versace.
Yep. Been working on that one for a hot minute. Gonna be tossing out some grenades right here. We'll be connecting. Unruly gonna be down right here. I believe it's a 1v3 right now. No. Philly's still alive as well.
That's right.
PBQ. Getting ready to go with the DP.
Oh, here comes Versace.
Gonna be cooking this grenade. Yep, knows where Rad is. Gonna be trying to get it right in between the barrels. Gonna be spotting out Rad. They are gonna be jumping around, and that's a huge grenade right there. Not gonna be taking them down and out, but will be chunking them down just a little bit. And this is what we're talking about. Here comes the blue
zone. Here comes the blue zone to punish them all.
Here comes the blue zone.
Oh no, dude, that was a crazy nade. Almost got him midair. What is he doing? The lay down shotgun. 1v1. Oh.
The Uzi. Rad with the Uzi, up close and personal in these crates. You like to see it. Such a strong weapon. We'll be able to get Unruly up here, just like that. One team already eliminated here tonight.
What a tough fight. You saw him up there trying to hit that quick laydown, but unfortunately, shotgun versus Uzi. Uzi claps, man. What are you gonna do?
Uzi claps. Now, hopefully they can find some loot off these crates. Hopefully there's some additional meds that they can pick up here. Unruly, you know, 3 bandages, 1 first aid. This should be enough. But on the flip end, we are now in the circle. UB squaring off, picking up this compound right here near the bridge area.
This is going to be a tough spot here, because if that zone decides it wants to go and shift even further south, they're going to have to cross that bridge somehow. And when you have a few teams that you have to fight to get in there, never a good time.
Yeah, and this is UB UNKNOWNBLOOD. Yesterday, they didn't really have too much of a showing. We did see Hitman a couple times in the kill feed, but they're down there on the second page of leaderboards. Next circle does go on up. JOVI still going to be right smack in the middle. We see a couple teams making that transition. What sticks out to you? What do you see right now?
Look at this.
What's
You
on your
see
mind?
U7 and End all the way up north, having to travel through all that blue and get past every single team to try and get south. These kind of hardship south circles are so tough for these squads that loot mid and north. But I want to see which teams are just going to go ahead, say, hey, you know what? I take zone over kills, baby. Let me just get the heck out of here, get into zone, find our position, and get ready for late game.
Getting ready for late game. That's what it's all about. And I believe we see Medic Squad going to be hopping in his vehicles. No mercy as well. They're going to be getting tagged in the process by the Unknown Bloods. Not exactly sure. They knew the Unknown Bloods was in that compound. It looked like they were squaring off to fight them, but it seems like they're kind of just baiting them out with these vehicles.
Oh, yeah. Ice was doing that crazy stay still with a red dot strat. You never know. Might see somebody.
What was this rotate though? They drove in a circle and that was like the fake out rotate because they were right across the street, weren't they?
Oh, meta plays apparently because they got a knock on the ice. Maybe the good old bait and switch.
Bait and switch. That's what you like to see here.
What are you gonna do?
This is the reject.
Oh, look at Prada trying to rotate the zone. You saw them last game. They like to control that little hill right there and control that bridge. Want to see if they're going to look to gatekeep and try to get those kills, or will they just go past and trying to get into zone?
Yeah, it looks like they have bigger issues to deal with right now. The reject that, like you said, doing a bait and switch, they are going to be losing the man. So now they have 3 members up right across the street. We got Unknown Blood. They did get the knock on their side, but they were able to get the revive. So now it's going to be a 4 versus 3, but it is right on the edge of the circle, so they can kind of for the time being. Ran in the distance
trying to get
from
some
the Unnamed. Shots on the Prada. Is there 3? It might be 3 vehicles or 3 players in that one vehicle. Ooh, someone's right underneath the. Someone's right underneath the bridge.
Oh, that's right. Look, Vutron Cow here.
Oh, one of the members from Prada. Okay, they're knocked. Yeah.
He's in trouble. That's it. We're gonna be out of team. Oh, the disrespect coming out from Q. Punching him out. That's tough. Big tough. And that's one of their best fraggers. Look at the nade. What is happening?
Getting some loot. Yep, getting some loot over here. Bucky, everybody looks like some vultures out here all piling up on that one little crate. But you saw in the kill feed, Hitman gonna be getting a nice little grenade over here. Here comes Unknown Blood. Driving up here on the coast, just having a good old time. Reject up here on top of the 3rd story. Great sight lines over here. Going to be taking shots on the Fanboy out there in the distance. This is a hotbed because a lot of teams are going to use this section to rotate.
Tattoo trying to get him in the water here, and you know what? But here comes the greatest enemy of them all, the zone. Will it shift further south, or will it help some of these teams out to not have to rotate so quick? We do not know. But
Medic
man,
looking for some swimmers.
Oof, got that 6x dialed in.
YouAreScare right here. Another team that was in last night's games. Not the best performances. Kind of lackluster. Going to be looking for to come up here, but
look at that zone shift.
Yeah, I mean, it's a hard shift, but I don't feel like it's that bad. I don't feel like it's that bad. We got a lot of land in play, a lot of spots to be taken up there in the military base. But when it comes to the best positioning, I gotta say, X Gamer all the way down there in the south.
Oh yeah,
they're loving it right now. They're feeling good because all those teams in the north, there's not a lot of room for them to work with.
Definitely, and usually I tend to see a lot of zones keep shifting to that hard shift side. So it looks like they have one kind of going off to the end here to get an off angle. It's going to be interesting to see how that plays out, but it's going to be a tough time for all of these squads trying to get into zone right now. They're going to have to be dodging some bullets real quick, zigging, zagging, wiggling, and woggling. Every juke they got, they're going to have to pull it out. Here comes Lucy.
They're going to have to pull it out. They're going to have to show us what's up. We already see Universe 7. They're going to be utilizing this bridge all the way up here in the west. Right behind them, we have Endgame And I saw him, Lucifer, going to be heading the charge right now. Lucifer was fragging out last night. I want to say, not being toxic, but definitely carrying the team in their backpack. I mean, Lucifer was making plays left and right. So we'll see what they can do here tonight, how they can perform. They're going to be right behind Universe 7, another consistent team. And then over there in the West, SNG as well. So there's 3 heavy hitters right now in this lobby, all on top of each other.
Absolutely. I mean, and Lucifer having to be one of the players that has been playing this game competitively since the beginning. One of the very few people to actually make it to a global LAN. He's definitely showing that experience and confidence, but this is a new squad for him. You know, synergy has a lot to do with how these teams end up performing. So I'm excited to see how they end up doing here today. You know, they got to shake off them nerves the first day. Maybe they come out with a vengeance today.
Yeah, and how, in your opinion, like how important is that? I mean, like you said, it's kind of a new team. They're playing here in PMCO. There's a lot riding on the line. But like they had at least a month or 2 to practice together, essentially before this. So how important, in your opinion, is that synergy? Because you can have a bunch of fraggers on the same squad, but if they don't have the synergy, like how does that play a role?
Oh, it's extremely important. Let's say late game, literally one bad smoke, one bad push can mean the entire demise of your team. For example, let's say you decide that, hey, we're going against one person, everybody in their mind decides to push at the same time. If one guy pushes by himself and he thinks his team's with them and they stay back, he's going to die really quick, and that can change the entire state of the match.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And they may have practiced for quite a bit, but you can't practice the live in-game nerves. You can have these guys going off all day long, but hey, when it comes time for to get that money, you got to perform.
And think about it, like their practice is mainly, I know we talked about it, is them going for these quick helicopters. You know, it's not them going for the chicken dinner. It's not them playing as a team, essentially. But this is all about that team game right now in this lobby. We're going to see SNG, KBO get a knock onto one of the members from Endgame Wick. They're going to be getting extremely aggressive, trying to make sure to confirm these points out here in the field. Everfury going to be driving on off, trying to save the day, at least get some more placement points in the bank. SNG, we talked about it. All these squads on the west-hand side. It's a hotbed for action over here. Next zone did go on up, so SNG are going to have to continue making the rotate, and hopefully Endgame won't be gatekeeping them. It looks like they might be trying to, but Endgame's going to be concerned with taking some shots on the JOVI right now, who have been waiting in the military base the entire time.
And having to make that sacrifice, but it looks to be well worth it. They're in a good spot, seeing some teams driving up on them, trying to pop them out the car. Play zone starting to already take some people down. Ooh, Everfury now getting some shots. I wonder if he's trying to get that car to secure it for his squad. It's not gonna be easy. All these teams having to get into some big trouble. JOVI right next to End. What are you thinking about this one, Dave? This one's gonna be tough.
I'm thinking that you guys going to be a tough one to back on out of here, but JOVI's going to be spotted from behind, so they are getting sandwiched right now. We see him right in between Endgame. Right behind him, another squad. Smoke Slump's going to be getting connected on as well. AP down there. We got Survival taking some shots. Peroxide taking some shots. And just like that, JOVI, they draw military base. They're going to be taken out in first position.
That's so tough. It's so hard when you have that best spot. Everybody wants it, and you can get 2 teams on you, and there's nothing you can do. Prada taking out Richie. This is when all the action's about to happen, maybe. Zone shift coming. This one's going to usually decide who's the favorite to win this match. Who will be blessed? Where will it go?
Everybody's praying right now. Everybody's praying. Especially all these teams in the south already committed to this coastal line. You're on these heated engagements. Imagine if we get into the hardship heading up north. I mean, that would just spell disaster. Endgame. 3 members alive. They only lost 1 wick in that rotate. Everfury's vehicle. No tires. Unfortunate for them, so they won't be able to use it in the rotate. Peroxide over here from AP. Still chilling. Smokes everywhere. At least they have 2 vehicles to work with.
Absolutely. I'm pretty sure at that point, Everfury was like, hey, I'm just going to shoot these tires out and try to hide for dear life so I don't get knocked here. But this zone can spell disaster for both End and AP. Oh, and it goes back south.
Not too bad. Not too bad. And
set.
we're finally going to see Tribe up there. They've been kind of quiet here for a second. I forgot they're in the lobby. They're going to be up there in the north. Looks like they were getting ready to defend their position. Hitman will be going down to the blue. We're still going to be paying attention to this fight, though, down here in the south. AP versus Endgame 3v3.
Blowing up that car, trying to get that hard cover. They got the best place in the zone, so right now it's just about standing up and getting all the kills that you can. Tribe in big trouble here.
Yep, Tribe, the Unnamed, right on them. Tossing some mollies, tossing some grenades. Memo is going to be knocked down and out. Not only that, right behind him, Universe 7 going to be attempting to backstab him. We see all the members of Tribe just trying to toss out as many smokes as possible and not get shot and taken out. They are going to be right to the north of this new zone. Looks like the Unnamed are going to be focusing on positioning over annihilating Tribe. Tribe recognizing the situation here. Might be going for the revive. Nope,
Oh, later, Memo.
See you later.
They said, yo, peace out, homie. We're trying to get in the zone.
Oh, man.
Rand getting some shots right now.
Ooh, MK14 out here. Someone's got a crate.
8x.
With the 8x. Zooming in right onto the little feet over here. Rad's going to be spotted, knocked down and out with that DP. I believe it's only Versace on Unruly alive. Unruly extremely low. Lucas getting extremely aggressive right now, trying to confirm these kills. Yep, grenades just kind of fishing them out in the smokes over here, trying to get the connect. Ooh, yeah, taking down Unruly. So now it's just Versace. Versace about 10 to 5% HP. Lucas just straight up sending it with the Uzi, looking to get the squad wipe.
Lucas trying to get some shots underneath these vehicles here. Both these teams are inside zone, so they're just trying to control this area, get these kills quick before they get third party. Here comes Lucas with the Uzi right now, trying to find some angles. Versace throwing everything he's got. The nade misses. Oh! Yep. Was that on himself?
Yeah. Inflicts a little bit of damage. Lucas out here only with 1 kill, but 8 kills as a whole. And we see Tribe, they're going to be annihilated in the kill feed. Lucas right on top of Versace, on top of Versace. Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Seeing the feet right there, like, this is a player. This is a player. But now look at the positioning from the Unnamed. They are in such a dominant spot right now in this new circle. That was exactly what they needed. After that circle shift, they're going to be just snaking it right now. Most likely. Just letting the other teams take care of each other.
Oh, that's right. Hit the deck. You're in zone. You're chilling. Right now, you're just focusing on not dying, trying to spot anybody running out, get those easy points. But, oh, man. Every team's trying to get where they're at, though.
Yep, looking around, Lucas still going to be extremely aggressive. Taking some shots out there onto X Gamer. Ooh, will be connected on, though. That was my fear. The Unnamed, they were already in such a strong position. They had 3 members alive. They already had a decent amount of kills. I would have liked to see them to play a little more passive there, kind of let the other squads take care of each other. They might be able to get the revive. Lucifer out here, the hacker from Endgame.
Ever Fury gets spotted out right there by Ram with that 3x star, saying, you ain't going nowhere, sir. This is gonna be a tough one. I like to see like the Unnamed like play a little bit closer together. If you're gonna play super aggressive, just run the whole squads, you know, right next to each other and just start flicking. So if you get knocked, you can get those smokes and help. But if you're out there by yourself and you get knocked, it's over.
It's over. And it's all about a numbers game pretty much at the end here. We see Lucifer in the kill feed going to be connecting, still getting some shots out here. AbusementPrk, AP. They've been in the south the whole time. They were the team that was fighting JOVI, getting them in the sandwich with Endgame. Still going to be alive out there. So Endgame and AbusementPrk still kind of fighting it out down there in the south. Bucky from the Unnamed. This might be an unnamed game. It looks like they're trying to group up just a little bit, like you said, trying to recognize the situation as we are down to 4 teams remaining.
Yeah, that only team you got to really worry about right now is AP, as they have that little berm and ridge. Maybe you want to just kind of throw out some offensive smokes, get that cover, wait for the next zone. and then make your move from there. Because that is what they're all waiting on right now.
Yeah, Lucas already has that Uzi ready. Survival going to be taking some shots. Remember, Survival, the MK14 with the 8x scope, so that could definitely come into play while trying to find these snakes in the grass here. Waiting for the next zone to pop. Team Unnamed already being proactive, already going to be crawling into a more centralized position. Ran using this crate as cover right now. Lucas getting so close to Lucifer. This is a good fight. Lucas is going to be... Oh, no! Spotted by Lucifer, the snake in the grass right there.
Oh, what was he doing?
Yeah.
You know, he's trying, I guess, hard flank and try to get some cover, but, man, he got caught out by himself, and he's done for.
So that's going to play a heavy factor in the role. Here comes another crate, though, right in the circle. This could be another opportunity for Rand from the Unnamed to get to some more cover within this new circle. Peroxide will be connected on out there from AbusementPrk. I think Rand has Lucifer in their sightlines, at least the general knowledge of where they are. AbusementPrk trying to come up with some type of plan. They have a really nice depth blade right now to work with. They can kind of peek up, take some shots, and then peek back down if they do receive some fire. And I think it's in the next circle. Maybe it's a smidge of it might be in that circle.
This is a huge game for the Unnamed right now. Look at them sitting with 13 kills. You know, they already got one player that's pretty much on the zone. Everybody else is gonna have to get in. You already see AbusementPrk, like you said, dropping every smoke they got, trying to find some positional cover. I wonder if they're gonna set up a car wall. They got that UAS and they got that dossier, or will they decide to just run up and snake?
They could pull it off, but you need to throw out some smokes, right? Because
absolutely,
it's gonna be dangerous popping out of those vehicles, and they might be going for that. The Unnamed, they're currently in 3rd place on the overall leaderboard. They have one chicken dinner
with the VSS. That's tough for Endgame.
Comes AbusementPrk. Yep, they're using these vehicles and smoke, like we said. You nailed that one right in the head. Going to be using it as cover, popping out those tires.
Really tough that they didn't blow that up, though, because that's still a danger right now.
Stan getting chunked down right now. Not even going to go for the heal. Might be trying to blow up the UAS. I don't think it's going to be in time, though. Stan missing in action right there. Now we're down to 2 teams remaining. AbusementPrk and the Unnamed. The Unnamed, 2 members live. AbusementPrk, 2 members live as well. Straight up 2v2. Bucky dropping the gas.
Let it get
Got
down.
the DP out, though.
Maybe pulling out. I mean, those
Using
gas cans can blow up now, though. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, they could blow up. They could blow up. That's why I think they picked it up real quick. This is the 2nd crate for Rand.
He backed up just perfectly.
So Survival did blow it up.
Yep.
Oh, someone took off their shirt, too. Taking off their white shirt. Okay.
Ooh, man, Rand's got that Barker barking. Full auto, just pre-firing, trying to catch somebody out.
If Rand peeks, I think Rand's going to be done for. I think Rand knows that, too.
They are staring at that crate right now. Just saying, please.
They know where Rand is. Yeah. Now, Bucky could play spoiler, though. Bucky has just been crawling over there.
Is he a sneaky enough little snake trying to get that angle?
Oh, okay. Bucky's going to be peeking up. Yeah. You would have liked to see a knock right there. That would have been huge, but Survival did get chunked down pretty low. Blue Zone is going to start pushing in right now. The Unnamed, I feel like, are in a better position when it comes to in this circle. Gonna be spotted. There we go. Rand connecting onto Survival. Now it's just Bucky waiting for the last member of AbusementPrk to peek their head up. Rand gonna be crawling right in front of him. Here comes the grenade. Gonna be cooking it. Gonna be tossing it right on over there. Doesn't even matter. Just like that. Huge game for the Unnamed. Their 2nd chicken dinner here in the group stages of PMCO. Hot Jukes.
15 kills. Getting that W, that is going to be absolutely huge for the squad. AP, Richie, all of them coming in 2nd. What a heck of a first match. You really can't go wrong with that.
Yep. I mean, 22 kills was what on Space Station. So that's the kill count record so far here in the group stages. And then 3 chicken dinners back to back was the record set last night from Wildcard. So with this first game, the Unnamed, they're looking to break some records. I think they're feeling confident. What's something memorable from game one that you want to quickly touch on here? Like, what really stood out to you
A
tonight?
Southern Circle, man. What, you get a hard shift like that down to military, all of these squads having to go in. I like to see how you look at Endgame finishing so high, even though they were all the way up there in North George. Being able to, that's one of the toughest rotations they could possibly have for them. Them to get that kind of placement is huge. But yeah, this is the kind of game that you absolutely hope for. Getting a good chicken dinner with a bunch of kills, because what matters above all else is moving on to that next stage. So getting a game like this, I know that they're going to be happy, and hopefully they're able to replicate this in the next game.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's game number one here on this beautiful Thursday evening. We're going to have 3 more games to go. This is Group A versus C. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. are back. Scores are up here, right in your face. After another chicken dinner, we see them at the top, Hot Jukes.
Dude, absolutely. You know, you're starting to see these movements going on right now. In stage 1, you got Wildcard still up top with 101 points. Absolutely huge. Space Station still there at 90. The Unnamed, though, going up right now to 3rd place. They're holding that position with 75 points. You're starting to see these little movements. That was a huge game for them. Now they just got to keep that kind of consistency going on, and then they might be able to take that number 1 or number 2 spot.
The only time will tell. They do have 3 more games to go. Talk about some other teams that had a pretty good showing this game. I see them in the chat. We see a couple members from Endgame. Lucifer was saying how their team is a ragtag bunch, and they're looking to kick some ass and take some names. So
absolutely.
Like
you got Endgame right now in 8th place with 43 points. Not too many points for separating them from number 6, number 5 as well. G25 and X Gamers with 45 points right now. You got Universe 7, G25 tied. Endgame only 2 points below them, but also tied with Simplicity. So it's literally anybody's game. You've only had 1 day of matches for each group, now going on to the second. So they're looking to go get a good, solid position today to let them be able to put some work in tomorrow.
I mean, the one thing you also have to keep in mind, though, all right, it's a total of 12 games per group. So we're getting down, if you're in Group A, this is going to be your second night. So after tonight, if you're in Group A, you're only going to have 4 more games to go.
Absolutely.
You know,
and
every game counts.
Every
game counts.
single
so
one.
Down there at the bottom. Yeah, it's going to be rough. I mean, I like that AbusementPrk actually had a better showing this last game. One team that's kind of slipping down there, I hate to say it, JOVI, though. They're slipping down there.
Tough match for them. I mean, they went down to military base. They had that zone, had that circle. That's kind of the hardest part when you get that first zone, you usually want to prioritize the best spot you possibly can. But unfortunately, when you do that, guess what? Everybody else wants that spot. You know what I'm saying? And when you get those 2-3 teams all on you trying to get there, it's a hard time defending it, and just unfortunately weren't able to. So right now they're sitting in 18th place with 32 points. But like you said, Dave, there's still plenty of games to be played here, and every single one of them counts. If they're looking to get into that top position to move on, this next game matters. Every single one of these next 3 is huge for them. They have to have a huge showing out with 32 points. You look at it over here. To get to top 3, they're going to need at least a good couple of first place finishes with some kills to feel comfortable.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not like who's in first place. Yeah, it's going to be bragging rights at the end of the group stage. But the objective here is just top 24. That's all you need to do. If you're in the lobby, you're stressing a little bit, you're not performing the best, all it takes is 2, maybe 3 games of just being consistent, and you can get up there in that mid pack. And then from there, it's just a race to just make sure that the team has enough points that they can be in the top 24, because then you move on to the next round. So that's what all these teams are fighting for, top 24 out of 32 teams. So it's, it's definitely obtainable, but I would like to see JOVI kind of pop off some more, make a comeback here. Another squad, yes, they have a chicken dinner, but they got that chicken dinner when the circles just continued to kind of hard shift in their direction. You know who I'm talking about, Tribe Gaming.
When they get blessed, man.
They got blessed, but I mean, they have so many fans. Like this last game, they got kind of sandwiched over there in the north. They got pinched. They got torn apart. I feel like they kind of buckled underneath the pressure, and they can't be doing that here. They got to play confident.
They got to show up right now. You saw them losing Outsider first. I believe that's part of their strategy, but unfortunately it still isn't able to work out, so like we're going to have to see a little bit of a mix up if they're looking to try and get up to this top 3 position. Like unfortunately we're in a position where you can't just wait for that zone to come to you. You're going to have to make those rotation, make those plays if you're looking to move up here into the top 3, because everybody right now wants that top spot. They're going to be putting in work.
Yeah, they're going to be putting in work here. So we got 3 more games to go.
The big thing, though, is like, hey, all these teams have been putting in work and they've been ready, but The big difference is now we're going into Vikendi. You know?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We haven't seen it yet. We haven't
seen it. So like this is all new territory for every single one of these teams. I mean, a lot of them have been practicing. It's probably one of the most least, practiced maps. But the crazy thing about it though is that there is cover everywhere in Vikendi. The rock, you can get some rocks everywhere. You can kind of go ahead and just lay down if you feel like it. But man, this is gonna be a tough match, and I want to see who comes out on top.
Yeah, I remember what PMCO last split, Vikendi was always like that toss up. It was always crazy. Teams were going in all types of directions, flipping their vehicles, exploding. It was crazy. So out of those 12 games, 6 of those games per group will be Erangel, 2 games Sanhok, 2 games Vikendi, 2 games Miramar. So if Sanhok is your best map, obviously you want to go out there, get as many points as possible. Maybe some teams, since Vikendi is kind of, like you said, the least played map, the least practiced map, maybe they perfected their Vikendi rotations. Maybe they'll surprise us here in the 2 maps that they are going to be playing on Vikendi, and that could be huge to kind of offset their poor performances on maps like Erangel, where everybody's just, confident, aware of all the dips, all the locations. So we'll see. We'll see what team comes out on top here in this Vikendi.
Absolutely. You look at Vikendi and Miramar. Those are some of the most opportunistic maps that you can have because there's a lot of open space. Even though Vikendi, like I said, has a lot of hard cover in different areas, if you get that just perfect zone where you have cover and you're in that open area, it could be a huge game for you. These are these maps where you can get those 20 kill chicken dinners, As a matter of fact, I believe, like SSG had the most kills in the entire tournament so far, and that was on Miramar. So I want to see which teams, like when they get that zone, are they going to take that opportunity to put in that work, get all those kills they can, or are they going to be content saying, hey, we got zone, let's just go for placement? That's a decision that's tough between each and every single IGL. But yeah, we'll see right now what's about to happen. We're just waiting for these teams to get in the lobby, get ready, and it's going to be
one more team. One more team.
Come on, baby. Come on.
One more team. So when it comes to Vikendi, like from your experience, what's the better strategy? I know there's always a debate, edge play or just straight sending it to the center. Like what strategy works better on Vikendi? Is there one?
I have a ton of experience here, so I'm going to give you right now the exact strat that every single one of these teams needs to do. Towards the late game, what they need to do is get their left knee, put it to the floor, get their right knee, also put it to the floor. Look up to the sky and say, please zone one time, Come on, come on, baby, and if they get it, let's go, But other than that,
I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah, I'm doing it wrong. That's the main number one strat. But other than that, honestly, what you're looking for is obviously to get that. I like to kind of hold off that off-angle circle position, not directly center, because like I said, you get a lot of those squads that just kind of rush towards that. If you're able to kind of get into an area that's the highest elevation possible towards end zone, you usually have a good opportunity to get that lay of the land, start being able to pick out different spots. But it's a little tough. PUBG Mobile, render distance at 400 meters. And with that, you're not able to really get that full spotting that you'd like. But if you see a car out there, you're able to kind of get an idea there's a team going. So just kind of like, I like to hold off that off center. Hopefully you kind of get into a position. But the big thing is zone timing. You got to move there fast. You can't just wait back and just try and get some kills. When that zone pops, you need to get in that vehicle and your team needs to be gone to get that next spot.
Yeah, so one team from yesterday, at least, that we had the opportunity to kind of check out, Universe 7. You're talking about teams, once when the zone pops, you get in the vehicles and just straight up be proactive with it. Universe 7, they tend to be in vehicles before the zone even pops. Like they're all in their vehicles, ready to go, ready to boost up. And those split seconds, I feel like, is what gets them into the better positions when it comes to the late game. And that's why they're one of the most consistent teams in my eyes here.
Dude, absolutely. I mean, you cannot mess around. The zone, it's zone priority over everything. You looked at in the last Miramar match where SSG got the most kills. They were in the middle of a fight. The second that zone popped, they disengaged from that fight completely. Even though they had an advantage, got in their cars and headed to the next spot. You got to have your team ready, but guess what? I mean, right now, like I said earlier, when you have these nerves and you're going and playing for this big time, it's a little bit, you know, a little bit more difficult to be able to make those quick decisions. Because if your IGL isn't looking up at that clock every single second, you can kind of get caught behind. And if another team gets there in front of you, you start driving past, your whole team is gone. So yeah, zone timing, getting moving is imperative, especially in a map like Vikendi.
It's all about that snow, baby. Thank goodness when it comes to Sanhok, I'm pretty sure the dynamic weather is turned off, right? I haven't seen the fog on Sanhok because I was playing the other day on Sanhok. That fog, it's heavy. That fog is thick.
You got a white background, you know? You got all that snow, and then you got fog on top of it. Forget it. Who needs to see? That's going to be big tough. But hopefully we got a nice clear weather today, you know? And these teams are able to see, get some good loot off the rip, and start putting into some action. But yeah, we should get here shortly, you know. Unfortunately, we're going to go ahead and take a quick little break as we get some of these squads set in. Apologize for the delay, everybody. And hopefully we'll get back to some PUBG Mobile action here in a minute. All right, we will see you guys.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After that quick commercial break, you know, I forgot to download Vikendi. Exposed. But we got it now, Hot Jukes. We got Vikendi. Players are loaded, lock and loaded, ready to go.
Pro player, by the way, you know, downloading Vikendi, not as easy as a lot of people may think, but hey, you know what? We got it going, ready for some action here. Who's gonna win it?
Who's gonna win it? Let us know in the chat right now, in the comments, if you have a favorite team. If you got some emotes, spam them right now. It's the prediction time. Tribe Gaming, JOVI, SNG, 4 Angry Babies. You are scared. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Hot Jukes. You are scared. You are scared. You don't know who's gonna win.
Oh man, hands are shaking. As you can see, look at this zone going on the right side of Vikendi down to Winery. It's gonna be a tough one to see, like, because one thing I know about Vikendi is these zones like to go to the water. Will we have a good, nice, clean central zone? Or will we have that, you know, 50% in the water, everyone's going to have to start leaving the second they drop?
Up in port.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep,
so it's either up in port or down in Bahar. Not easy. Not an easy zone.
Yeah, we're gonna get the 50-50 port. I'm just calling it right now. I'm calling it.
He's calling it. He's saying this is what it's gonna be, man. If that is, oh, the zone pops.
Oh, I'm wrong. Okay, that's fair. So, Tribe, they're gonna be in it. They're gonna be looking really good right now. We're gonna be checking out the Unnamed. You know, having a great last game. Pretty sure they won that last game.
Absolutely. Unfortunately, we had a little bit of issues with the scoring as well. The Unnamed currently sitting in first place after that last match.
Yep. Well, they got two wins. So even though Wildcard have 3 wins, the Unnamed getting so many kills that last game. Kills are so important when it comes to the scores, and we're seeing it firsthand on the overall leaderboard.
Absolutely, dude. The way surprising, the more points you have, the more chance you have of winning. So yeah, you know, them kills are good. You know, surprise, them kills are gonna be huge. Oh, already look at this. You are scared. Speaking of them earlier, Fameboy already down. Look at this, laying down. Gazy trying to get them shots with that M4. With that M4. Yeah. Iron sight. That's huge.
Trying to get the confirm. Only 7 bullets though. Only 7 bullets. You got to keep that in mind. Probably not getting that much loot. We're starting to see the 200 IQ plays as well. A lot of players utilizing like all white colored skins. We just saw right back there, kind of to blend in with the snow. So we'll see if it'll pay off.
Absolutely. Try and get any advantage they can. You see Big Bang trying to get that res on to Fameboy. But you never know, like after that knock, these squads are trying to get that thirst. Every single point counts. They're in first place. They're trying to make a statement, show the dominance. But they do get him up, and it looks like he's going to be able to get back to safety. Unfortunately not! The caster's curse. Fameboy knocked once again. Big Bang in big trouble, dude.
Big Bang said, okay, I got you up one time. I'm sorry. I just can't afford to do it again. I mean, Big Bang doesn't have any loot right now. No loot. Tough. So busy playing Medic right now. Fugazi, 4 bullets remaining. I would have assumed they would have reloaded by now if they have some more. So looking to make it count over here.
But here comes the support. You know, they got he might be able to do something with the double pump shotgun. Feels terrible. But, you know, they are sharing Dino with Prada. But it looks like, hey, they're going to just try and get these vehicles, get their boys out to a place to try and get some loot and get ready for late game. A horrible, tough start for YouAreScare.
So, just to confirm with some people, this is the North America group stage, day number 3. I know we're trying to scamage you out there, trying to fool you, but we're just making sure you're on your P's and Q's. So, we're over here. YouAreScare, going to be in the Zima, just driving on by. Universe 7. Getting up close and personal with the UNKNOWNBLOOD.
In
down
Villa.
Here. Unruly going to be coming on over here to provide some support. We got Ice, I believe, aware of the situation. At least hearing the vehicles now approaching.
Oh, they're definitely moving. Look at Tier right now. Just his face smelling that pine wood. Trying to see if he can spot somebody with that third-person peek. That's Unknown Blood still looting up here. Oh, some nades are going out. They know they're there. Tier trying to get back up to his squad. You see Rad right now throwing some smokes down, low tossing them, trying to get some room for his buddy, and looks like they're gonna take off. The rescue mission complete. They got him.
Yep. Loud ass snowmobile, that's for sure. You can hear that thing from a mile away.
Man, it sounds like a very angry blender. You know, they need to throw
missing a blade.
They need to throw some WD-40 in that thing, man. Because
what's the loudest vehicle? I would love to kind of have a comparison. That could be a little study. Like, what's the loudest vehicle in PUBG Mobile?
Dude, that's what happens when you don't buy that pre-mix coolant, dude. You get that. You just put that generic brand. You got to get that good stuff. Here goes JOVI right now in Volnovo, getting looted up, looking to make a rotation right now.
Yeah, they're right on the edge, right on the edge of the circle. So I would assume they would just, you know, try to loot as much as possible. You know, they got all the time right now that they can work with. Nobody near them right now. It's a team that we're looking to make the come up here on this Vikendi match. Each squad is only going to be playing 2 Vikendi matches, so they need to show up and pour up here when it comes to the
absolutely
games.
Good disengagements right off the bat, though. That's what you like to see. If there's not really it's hard to find an advantage of putting in a fight early game. You know, you just want to get looted, get ready for late game, because you're at such a huge disadvantage loot wise. If you lose one player, that's absolutely crushing for late game. So sometimes it's just better to say, hey, you know what, take it, we'll get out of here, go find some loot somewhere else and get ready later. Because, man, you do not want to lose anybody right now.
Yeah, and it'll just be unlucky as well, because you're going to be waiting in the lobby for some time. You know, early game Vikendi is always kind of slow from my experience. And then mid game, I have a couple engagements, you know, a couple teams taken down in rotations. But late game is usually when we have, like 9 to 10 teams still alive in these small little circles, just, you know, duking it out for that chicken dinner. So you'd hate to be the first team eliminated here on this Vikendi match.
And even if you are eliminated early, yeah, if you're even eliminated early, that's where you really kind of go see, and the team synergy has to come into play high. Because if you have a rough game, you got to have that conversation with your squad and just say, hey, you know what, this happened, let's move on, let's go put in work, and let's make sure we can make it happen in the next one. But if you don't have that synergy and you're like starting to play the blame game, then it just can go even more downhill from there, you know. So hopefully,
and it's so easy, easy to play the blame game too. Like, so that's the easiest thing to do.
Yep.
So I couldn't agree more with you. Like, if you have a bad game, all right, it happened, right? But let's review it at the end of the night. You know, let's not review it right then and there, because it's already done, it's already over, and we don't want to get even more tilted. Right?
Absolutely, but look, AG looking for blood, getting the thirst on the core. Siak now in big trouble. Kisu QVQ throwing the molly out, trying to catch somebody, but it looks like they're not going to go ahead and push in right now. He's got the Uzi out. Siak with the M7, but you know that he's calling his buddies to come up for him. Oh, both got the Uzi.
Yeah, on the gang, we hear the snowmobiles in the background making the pull up on over here. AG pretty close together in these buildings, in these compounds. Looks like they're going to be surrounded. AVX, one of the players, Sec, right here on the second story.
Yeah, it looks like, you know, AG is looking to play it safe, not trying to just rush to the aid, because they don't know exactly where the rest of those AVX members are, so they don't just want to run out. But it looks like they're able to get to that house together, and they're looking to do a full send push onto Siak. I wonder if he's going to run out that window.
Oh, that's a shot right there. Oh.
Getting some shots. Siak's got the Uzi. Here they come into the house. Oh, down.
Yeah, the double Uzi right there. I mean, the matchup, it's just going to be a tough one to accomplish there. And AVX, they already lost 2 members. Cobra's also dead, so we got Goat and Orion, the last 2 members alive here. Orion with the heart on their sleeves, literally trying to get as many points as possible. It's going to be an easy target out here. I mean, if you see a giant red heart running in the snow, I'm going to definitely take some shots at that. But 8G, 2 kills so far. King G on the team. Scorpion and lock and loaded as well. Man, so they're looking pretty good.
Oh, and Goat gets taken out now. That's already 3 members. A huge loss for AVX.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're wearing
man.
that hard outfit right now in PUBG Mobile Club Open. That's tough, but hey, you know what?
Why? Because it stands out so much?
You gotta do it. I mean, that thing is big. You never know if it even increases your hit markers. I mean, it's not guaranteed, but still, you don't want to give anybody any kind of peak advantage at all. Memo trying to get some shots right now with the 4x.
That is true. SNG menu going to be taking some shots out here, trying to connect, possibly inflict some damage on that vehicle riding on by. Here goes Tribe. We were talking about him earlier. Going to be up here on top of the roofs with the sight lines, looking for some easy connects as well.
Absolutely.
Popping up in the vehicle, regrouping with the squad.
Look at Minwoo, dude, just hauling it, trying to get his squad. King A got a really high vantage point. That's going to be really good for Tribe. Right now, all these teams, the zone is shifting. They should be talking to each other. They should already have their next zone planned out. Every single area, their IGL should be telling them if they go, zone goes here, we're going this way. Zone goes there, we're going that way. And if it stays right here, we ain't going nowhere. But you know, you gotta get ready because here it comes.
Hey, King A actually does have a decent position up there on that roof. Really strong. We got reject out here as well. I mean, teams are in their compounds, right? They're in their compounds. They're in the circle. They're safe for the time being. They don't really need to be pushing out, so they're going to be straight chilling for the time being. Maybe they would like to protect their vehicles, though. You know, make sure that those tires aren't exposed compared to leaving them out there in the open. But here comes HG. They did make the rotate on into the city JOVI across the bridge over there, 4 alive as well. So we're still got 16 teams alive, so that means our Heart Boys still alive, running around somewhere in the snow.
Absolutely. You got King now just chilling there with that 3x, trying to get spots. Honestly, I don't even know why you would peek right there, you know? Like, it's just, you're trying to get some spots. If you know the team's there, why would you peek it? Because if you do, you're just going to lose armor, you know?
And that's exactly what happened. Exactly what happened. I believe that was, what, Caitlyn taking the shots back onto them through that little window right there? Oh, Gabby, okay.
Oh, Gabby getting a knock on Unruly. Look at that, dude. Lasering them from a good distance.
This window is so strong.
Absolutely. But, you know, like, right now, you're really just looking to kind of annoy, get rid of armor. But you also got to conserve that ammo because the way that it's so far away, they got so much cover, you're not going to get a finish for the most part, you know? So
yeah, it
just kind of just depends on what your loot looks like and how bad you want to annoy the other team. But, oh, Tier got an eye right now.
Take it.
Slurpee, how confident? He's waiting for him to stay still.
I would take this. all day. What the SLR? No!
Oh, man.
Okay, get him chunked down. Listen, they were up there for some time. You know what was happening? Maybe they were getting the support. Yeah, call the homie, you know, so we can both take shots.
They were both
definitely
like,
makes sense.
They were both like 3, 2, 1. You know, trying to.
Yeah. It was good. It was good.
Unfortunately,
I don't hate on that play. I don't think they're gonna be peaked the same angles though. If they do, then I don't know. They deserve to be taken out right there. Caitlyn's still over here with the 4 times. Gonna be looking down there onto Tribe. Everybody, you know, you never know which window is gonna have an enemy and it just popping out, taking some shots at you. So honestly, if you're in the circle, if I was in this game, I might be prone. I'm not gonna lie. I might be prone, just making sure I don't get crashed on and just, you know, like you said, on my hands and knees praying for the next zone.
Oh man, you need it because it's gonna be huge, especially Everfury now getting knocked by survival. Woo! Wick got that revenge shot. 6x M4. That's the gun to have in this map. But it looks like they might be able to get each one of their players up.
Yeah. Just able to make it on over that ridge right there. So exactly what you were talking about earlier. You got to kind of keep in mind, you know, the ammunition.
Yep.
Because you can take all the shots you want, you can get all the knocks you want. Yeah, you're gonna be inflicting damage on the enemy's armor, but are you gonna get the flush? You know, are you gonna get that extra point? And then by the time the next circle pops, say it is a hard shift, you're not gonna have any time to get extra loot. Like you're gonna have to go. So we'll see. Players are already getting ready for that.
You just gotta prepare, make sure that no one's trying to drive up on you. Wick really smart, rotating that car to the back, trying to make sure it's safe to get ready for late game. They got a couple shots on it, but he was able to get it there. So yeah, like like we're talking about, you know, there's sometimes you got to know when to pick your fights. If you're low on ammo, it ain't worth to take those shots right there, you know, and especially if they don't have any idea you're there. But here comes the circle right now. Who is going to get blessed?
Let's see where it's going.
Oh, right nice and central.
Okay, so actually a majority of our teams are still going to be in their buildings, favored within this new circle. We are going to have to see Endgame. You see him up there in the top with AP. They're going to have to fight Endgame. Looks like they're going to be in the better position when it comes to having the circle favored, but AP up here on the high ground might have some good sightlines on them. I mean, they're already aware that someone is at least near.
Absolutely. You know, it's going to be a tough one right here. With that kind of zone, it's nice and clean. Everybody's in there. So if you're going to try and get in, it's going to be tough because all these squads are set up and ready for late game. And you see Ubi right now getting on the Prada. Hits a whole bunch of that window right there. That's going to cost some money to repair. Oh, they go to the house.
Running in the open. Oh.
Prada takes him out.
What?
And they're going to,
they
deserve
the
to earn all
right
that
there.
loot. Picking it up with a good position, getting ready for the next zone. Wow, what a fight.
Twitch chat loves the heart outfit, by the way. They think heart outfit's the best outfit here.
Hey, well,
so.
my heart goes out to him because right now he's the only one left in his squad, and he's going to try and snake his way to get that position for his team. I mean, it can be done. We've seen it time and time again from a whole bunch of other players, and Vikendi is a really good map to do that because it's a lot of cover, so we'll see how he's able to pull it out here at the end game. But look, 30 seconds and coming up until the next zone. These squads all trying to get that information, looking around. Mercy with the Car 98 4X. Can he hit those? We're going to find out here in a second.
Yeah, I got two teams in their sightlines as well, so there's definitely options when it comes to some target practice out here. Like you said, we're waiting for the next circle to pop. Will these teams still be favored? Will they have to move? Tribe out there in the distance. I've been in the same building for some time, and this standoff. Oh, I did see a crate landing on top of one of the members from Tribe, so they're definitely getting blessed out here with something.
You know, I really think that, like, Vikendi and Miramar are two maps where kit is so important, you know? Like, more than any other one, really, because you're looking to get those smokes. You're looking to try and get that cover towards late game. Unlike, you know, Sanhok and Erangel, where you can get a lot of different positions to get cover. These two, you want to get all that level 3, as much ammunition as you can to rack up those kills. But yeah, right now, everybody's just kind of hanging out, like looking to the sky and trying to hope the next zone comes to them.
Praying. I mean, the man is honestly looking at the sky. That's what they're doing right now.
He had that gun pointed straight up saying, please, come on, we need it.
Yeah. Outsider on the roof over here. Could be a dangerous position if someone was to...
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to have much time to react.
Well, the worst part is that if you get knocked, you're dead. They're going to thirst you right there, you know? So, like, you always, like, right now in this position, you always want to kind of be in an area where, unfortunately, if someone catches you, you get knocked, you're able to kind of get under cover and your team can get you up. But, you know, if you put yourself in one of those spots, they catch you from the side, you're going to get thirsted, and that's 1 point to the other team. So, hopefully, he's able to kind of hold his position there and be able to get the first look on the enemy team.
Yep, before they see them. So the Unnamed winning last game. Here we go. Everybody just waiting. Like you said, praying.
Oh,
They'll be favored. Okay, so Cement Factory, we have a couple squads that are either going to send it straight on through or go for those wide rotates. We still got Endgame all the way up there in the north, kind of fighting it out with AbusementPrk. They are going to be near each other. Honestly, though, AG, very good position. Orion, extremely thankful right now. The solo member for AVX.
Sitting there with that hard outfit, and that's the crazy thing about this zone in particular. There's a lot of ridgeline there. You got that river going right down the center of the map, so you can have a whole bunch of teams just kind of putting up them cars and holding down those ridge lines right there where that water is. So I'm looking to see where these teams are going to rotate and who's going to be the unfortunate team to get caught out. As I say that, Outsider
this is it.
Got the eye on the Bucky right now. He's telling his team, hey guys, together right here, get ready.
This could be a nice kill.
But unfortunately, they're coming, they're crashing. They want this spot. They beat the Unnamed to it.
Bucky's getting out of here. Bucky's getting out of here. Bucky's having a challenging time right now. Dodging, weaving, trying to get on through this terrain, but Bucky is going to have that support right there. Bucky, the ultimate bait, ran from behind, going to be taking some shots, going to be connecting onto a couple of members from Tribe. Tribe successful in getting that compound. Memo pulling up just a little more. Get some decent cover.
Great positioning by the Unnamed right there. You know, you got to protect your teammates when they're crossing. And that's a perfect example of it right there. You know, he said, you know what? I'll hold this angle for you. The second they peeked, he was able to get that reverse knock and stop the pressure. So that way Bucky can get to safety.
Yeah, and if Rand wouldn't have done that, I feel like that would have been Bucky's life right there.
He would have been done.
I feel like that would have been it for Bucky. So that was a great play that goes to show you the communication from the squad. It's not they're just playing for themselves, right? Like they're watching each other's backs, and that's what you like to see.
That's right, yeah. Because if he didn't have cover, Bucky would have been unlucky.
Unlucky the Bucky over here.
That's a rip,
so
yeah.
We did see JOVI out there in the distance as well. The Unnamed taking some shots at them, but we should just have a little standoff within these compounds for the time being, unless they want to get aggressive. Unless we do see Tribe try to make the come up over here. I mean, they're looking for points. They're looking for points. So
three players already knocked from End right now. That's tough.
Oh, that's up there in the north. Yeah,
AP putting work. That's so crazy. But you know what's interesting? You see a lot of these teams rocking that MP5K. The zone getting smaller.
Oh. Okay.
Look at that.
Orion's still going to be on in it. 8G in it. AP, AbusementPrk, are victors. They did take out Endgame up there in the north, so they should have the easy transition on into there. But we're going to have to pay attention to the east side right now. This circle, JOVI, right smack in the middle of all the action in the east over here. The Unnamed looking to reposition, sending it a little deeper within this circle.
Oh, they have to. That's good comms from Rand. He got popped right there on that edge, so he said, you know what, go around. Now let's move quick. They're going to crash right now onto the Unnamed Q. Getting into the house quick. Trying to get some cover, as he did get lit.
SMG driving right by
Everybody's
JOVI.
moving right now.
Caitlin doing a good job of making sure to continue to fire onto the members of SMG so they don't pull up onto their compound. Going to be connected to about 1 HP right there. JOVI setting themselves up for such a dominant position right now to be able to capitalize on teams as they rotate. And not only that, but third party all these fights as well.
The Unnamed is lit up right now. They are completely surrounded from all ends. I wonder which teams are going to try and get those free kills.
Try pulling up.
They got position to take out Minwoo. That's it for SNG right there. And they're in a really good spot. This could be Tribe's game if the zone decides to move a little bit towards them. But you see a lot of that zone is in the water.
Yeah. And it's going to be cold water. 4 angry babies going to be pulling up onto the range members right there of SNG, but they're going to be third party by Fanboy. Remember, Fanboy was knocked down 2 times already this game. Trying to make the comeback here with the squad. YouAreScare. 4 angry babies were successful on their push over here, so they should be able to get the revive onto time.
That's interesting. You know, they get that knock, and it looked like he was going to run back to that car and get ready to push, but maybe they're getting some third-party shots down onto them and decide to, hey, you know what? We got that knock. We're just going to hold it right here. They are in zone right now, so they don't have to really make that kind of a risky play.
Yep.
Tough decision.
They're in zone, but they're getting peppered. They're getting peppered from all angles right now. I don't know if they're going to be able to actually get their revive. They're doing their best they can do over here.
The zone shifts onto
JOVI. Look at JOVI. Okay, my question to you though, JOVI, they have a soft 2-2 split going. Do they regroup at this point? Do they regroup, or do they continue to hold their spots?
It depends on your position. Right now in North America, you see a lot of these plays. A lot of players like to kind of play on their own separate and outgun people. In Asia, they just full send 4 onto you, and it's really tough. So the 2-2 might work here, but right now you're focused on just not getting knocked, shooting anything you see move, and getting ready to see if you can get that. He almost naded himself right there. Hit the lip of that roof.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, though. I agree with what you're saying. I would like to see them group up, though. If they have smoke, if they think the opportunity is safe for them to do so, I would like to see it. But 4 angry babies out here, they were able to get the revive. HP Star out here taking some long shots at the distance, going to be connecting onto one of the members from Prada. Who Gaze, he's still alive out there behind the rocks as well. 4 angry babies.
They're
looking to
in
make
zone.
some plays out here.
They're just hanging out right now saying, hey, you know what? YouAreScare? Let's be friends. You know, we'll find it out later, but YouAreScare is going to have to get in there. Woo! Predator got lit up. He's 1 HP. That could be huge for YouAreScare trying to get into the zone.
Yeah,
oh, and here comes the push.
Smoke's blocking the sidelines right there. Let's see, Zeus jumping up here, holding these angles. Like you said, one of the members' time is going to be bleeding on out once again. YouAreScare right on top of the compound.
They're gonna have
Zeus
to push
inside,
right now.
going to attempt to defend. They're using the smokes to block the sight lines, trying to come up with some type of plan. They need to make sure they're not going to be third party if they do make the breach through the northern entrance of this. Zeus going to be popping out, taking shots on Fanboy. Fanboy going back down here, healing on up. Zeus is ready though. Zeus sees that little head.
Yep, and he pops that smoke right there to get that kind of just quick recovery health. They're going to need it. It's a 3v4. This is a tough push for YouAreScare. 4 Angry Babies is set up. Zeus has got a great angle there on that right side, so he's going to be able to see any of them coming. Right now, if I'm YouAreScare, to be honest, I'm throwing an offensive smoke right there on that left side, so that way Zeus can't get any information, and it gives him a little bit more room to work with. But it is a tough play, especially with zone coming in right now.
Not only that, I don't believe Time and Alucard can really push from their angle because they might be third-partied. So YouAreScare holding down Zeus right here. Just going to continue to smoke on up. Zeus going to be pre-firing through the smoke, just trying to connect onto anybody here.
And look, Fanboy hits that smoke, hits that offensive smoke for his team. Really good play. Oh,
I mean, they're in the circle.
Oh, gets that pre-fire on the tattoo. That's tough, especially as the zone comes in. But it looks like they're going to be able to stay in it. I wonder if they're just going to try and hold. But the zone shifts a little bit more to the center. Both of these teams are going to have to move now. That's going to be rough.
Here comes Fanboy. Looking to make some plays. HP Star, Fanboy, the last 2 remaining members. They were able to get the revive. Healing on up. Fanboy up close and personal will be connected on by Zeus holding the angle.
Both Uzi action right here. They're going at it right now. One left up.
On the line.
Hits that jump shot. Really hit it. Oh, the reload drops.
HP Star going for it. The drop shot time. And Zeus able to clean it on up over here. A lot of Uzi action happening right there, Jukes.
Well, that was really smart. You know, 4 Angry Babies saw that zone shift. They knew we have to get rid of them right now. Otherwise, they're going to make it hard for us to get in. So they're getting all that loot. I wonder if one's going to hold back and try to heal strat, or if they're just going to all send 4 in and trying to get that first place finish. This is this is going to get crazy. This zone right here.
Beautiful smoke. Beautiful smoke from JOVI. Using those smokes to be able to regroup and cross the road onto each other. 4 Angry Babies trying to make the breach right here. Prophecy going to be taking shots out there. Gabby in the building. Got to be careful. All these windows, all these sight lines. Tribe taking up the old compound where the 2-2 split from JOVI, or recently residing in.
JOVI's sitting in the house, man. They need to be looking at every window and just trying to get anybody that's trying to come inside from that back end. Because right now, anybody that's in the zone, they're not moving. They're not trying to go anywhere else. But anybody on the outside is going to try to get in. So I wonder if JOVI, right now they have a hot priority house. A lot of teams are going to start coming on them right now. Memo gets knocked from a nade from Bucky. Yep, this is going to be a tough fight right here.
The Unnamed, they do have to push up just a little more, but they're also going to have to watch out from the west-hand side. Other teams looking to make the same moves.
With one nade. That's huge.
King A out here, trying to keep the cover fire on. Maybe give him some time to get the revive. Bucky gonna be tossing in this grenade.
He's coming inside the house right now.
The push with the Uzi. They're trying to throw the Molly on the stairs to stop the push. Didn't come out in time. Fire is burning on everywhere. Bucky doesn't care. He's going for the thirst. Still burning on away.
He's on fire.
Successful in that compound breach. That was huge. Next circle does go on up. JOVI still going to be favored. The Unnamed should have enough time to heal on up right now. What a beautiful breach.
The Unnamed proving right now that that we want this first place. They're sitting right there, taking Tribe's house from them. The zone has shifted. 35 seconds left. Right now, there's action everywhere right now. Will they be able to hold that spot and try to get that finish? But JOVI sitting right in the center circle, right where they want to be. And they are playing spoiler for them.
4 alive as well. 4 alive. So only 3 kills. They should be able to rack it up some more over here. 4 angry babies are going to be getting pushed by Versace. Versace might get caught off guard over there. They do score a little too far. Universe 7 looking to get some type of real estate on in this new map. New circle as well. Zeus out there looking to capitalize on their momentum that they have this game. Universe 7 right on top of 4 angry babies. 4 angry babies. We see them tossing out some smokes right now.
Absolutely. JOVI's got 4 up. This could be a huge game for them if they're able to get a whole bunch of kills and get moving. But look at this right now. 4 angry babies and Universe 7 just sitting together. Got a whole 4 versus 2. I wonder if they're going to get that full push
with
in
the
there.
The third party from JOVI. They're tossing in some mollies. That's a molly from JOVI.
They ain't making it easy for anybody. 2 down from the Unnamed right now, trying to get into the zone. That is tough, but man, they've got some kills already. But hopefully JOVI can rack some up right now. They got the prime position to win this.
They also don't want to overexpose themselves. You know, like you said, they have the prime position. They can let these squads fight it out. The Unnamed trying to wrap around, trying to be a little sneaky. Proxy going to be using their AKM to make sure to stop them in their tracks. Smokes are dissipating right now. 4 angry babies on the off angle. Slump Guard will be connecting on to Ran. Ran's going to be bleeding on out over there. 2 members alive from the Unnamed. They are in the new circle. JOVI still looking good. 4 alive. Universe 7, 4 angry babies are bound to fight here any moment. Currently sharing the compound.
The Unnamed having to make that 2-player sacrifice to get in, but hey, you know what? It is necessary. It's just part of the game as this zone gets smaller and smaller. But I wonder if Universe 7 is content with kind of just staying together, just kind of sharing this building as the zone has
see what
shifted.
They're going for? They might be going for a med off. They're dropping their first aids. I believe they might be putting them onto 1 player, that insurance policy, just in case it doesn't go into their favor. So Universe 7, they have 4 alive, but they might only engage with 3 and leave 1 back to heal.
That's always the tough decision as an IGL in this kind of spot. When you have the zone, you have to decide, hey, do we want to play aggressive and get a bunch of kills that we need? Or do we just kind of want to sit back and ensure that first place point victory? Not an easy spot as the zone is starting to get a little bit smaller here. Oh, Prophecy gets the knock on a red as he was running out. He had an... Oh, the zone just absolutely murdering people right now. JOVI starting to push out.
JOVI. Yep. The blue zone finally going to be giving that nice little love tap coming down to the very end right here. We were talking about it. The heal off. The Unnamed still have 2 alive. Q still going to be healing on off. Slump God all over there in the second story healing as well. We still have 4 teams remaining. Everybody is healing off now, not trying to fight. Slump down to about 30% HP, getting that one off. 9 first aids from Slump right here. This comes down to who can hit the time right on the head. Wildcard will be knocked down and out. Versace
it's a
versus
battle.
Slump.
It's a heal battle. They're spamming the first aid button as hard as they can. Saying, please, come on.
Oh my goodness. How many first aids does Versace have though? That is the question. Slump is probably down to about 7 right now. Had some bandages as well.
Oh,
but remember,
close.
we saw Universe 7 giving all their meds to that 1 player, and that was Versace. Versace still no. Versace's dead.
JOVI, a huge win from them, getting that first place. But hey, smart plays from those squads there, handing all those first aids to 1 player as they ran out to try and get a little bit of action, a little bit of kills. But man, JOVI hitting that first aid kit. Slump. I wonder what was going on in the comms of that team. You know, each one of their players just say, come on, please, first place. But, oh, what a huge win. What a huge win.
Yeah. Exactly what they needed as well. Exactly what they needed. You know, it's always Vikendi that you see these heal offs though. I'm just gonna point it out there. I'm just gonna put it out there. I'm gonna let that one sit. I never see a heal off in any other map.
Hey, never. I mean, like, there's just so much cover. Nobody's trying to move out and just gets, like you saw, 1 player, as soon as he just ran out for a second, instantly knocked. So you got to go put out those high IQ strats and just hope that you got that player that just lasts the longest. But hey, Universe 7 with a second place win that's really huge from them. You got 4 angry babies coming in third. Zeus with 6 kills on his own.
Wow,
absolutely huge for that squad. But yeah, what a crazy
15th place
match.
for Endgame though.
Oh yeah,
15th place for Endgame. They're turning up the heat.
You know, that's a tough one.
Hopefully
You
that
can't
can come
afford
out
too
this
many
time.
of those, you know? So they got this one out the way. Hopefully they're able to come back and go in stronger. I want to see the Unnamed. I know they got a ton of kills in this match. So you
Yeah,
never
we'll
know. Even
scroll
though they
back up
didn't get that top place finish, them kills are going to add up here at the end. As you can see, look, they come in 4th place with a good, solid total of 10 kills.
10. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I should be able to help him out big time over here. So game number 2. Vikendi.
In the books.
In the books. Heal off. The first heal off of North America PMCO. Ladies and gentlemen, let everybody know what's happening right now. Let them know what's going on in North America. Hot Jukes on the mic. Mustache Dave on the mic. We'll be back with game number 3. Don't go nowhere. going from the snowy Vikendi map to the dry and dirty Miramar map. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with game number 3. Mustache Dave and Hot Jukes over here. Before we get on into it, the players are going to be in the lobby, but we got some scores for you, Hot Jukes.
Absolutely, the board has changed. Now let's get to see right off the bat who is the first team, and that is gonna be none other than the Unnamed, holding that number 1 spot with 128 points. It's absolutely insane how a couple of these teams have performed already. You got Wildcard still in second with 101, Spacestation still in third with 90. But man, the Unnamed trying to go ahead and put that work in for the rest of this match. But hey, JOVI got that W. They're now in 9th place right now, sitting with 60 points, tied with AbusementPrk. So this game could go anywhere. If you look at it, 4th place is at 84 points. That's only 24 points. So any of these squads, if they get a good game with some kills, can fly up the leaderboard.
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge game from JOVI. They played it so well, using their advantage when it comes to positioning and those compounds. One thing to note, though, Wildcard Spacestation, they're not in tonight's lobby, so they're going to be watching tonight's games, looking to make the comeback tomorrow, reclaim their first place spots on the leaderboard. 2 more games to go. Let's see how many points the Unnamed can rack up and how big of an advantage they can gain on all these other teams in the lobby. Team SNG also in 4th place in the lobby, Universe 7, 5th place in the lobby, and Prada 6th place in the lobby playing here tonight. So all these squads looking to capitalize on that here. But we're in the game. Miramar, the plane, hamburger style, bro.
Right Look at it. Right down the center. I wonder how many teams are going to go over to Pozo. It's got some of the most loot you can possibly get in Miramar. So I wonder which teams are going to dominate, take that spot. But it looks completely split right now. Half the lobby is going south. The other half is going north. It's going to be an interesting match for sure.
So let's get on into this one. First circle will go on up. Chumacera in play. Los Leones in play. A lot of land for teams to get some loot and scoot. So one thing to note, been touching on it all night long. This is the 2nd time that Group A played here in the lobby out of their 12 games. And I do believe this is going to be their 2nd time playing Miramar. So Group A, they're not going to have any more Miramar after this.
Oh, man, this is the last time to shine. I mean, Miramar, like I said earlier, is one of those maps where you can rack up a ton of kills. And Space Station, you know, in the other days of matches, they proved that. Right now, that's the match with the most kills in this tournament so far. So I want to see which teams are lucky enough to get some good loot off the start. Hopefully get those good zones. And if not, make those rotations. Because right now, it is imperative. They're already on their 2nd days of matches. These points matter.
Yep, top 24. The main objective here, all these squads looking to just breach that gap. If they are going to be on the cusp, we'll be paying more attention to that when it comes to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, especially when it comes to some of these lobbies like Lobby C, Lobby D, you know, how far they can make on up there. But AVX GOAT, we saw him making some plays last game. Cobra, the whole squad having a very challenging game. Remember, Orion with that heart shape over there on Vikendi, we were questioning it. Chat had a lot of support for the heart. We'll see if they are still wearing the heart, but they're looking for some points. I mean, last game was so rough. They were just getting picked to pieces on their rotates. They didn't even have the opportunity to get into a squad engagement. Just straight up unlucky from the get-go.
Oh, they got in a squad engagement, but unfortunately too early. Orion having to just kind of run around on his own lonesome with his team watching in sadness. But you know what? Hey, that's what you got to do when you're by yourself. Got to try and get that placement for your team. Talk to each other. Say, hey, guess what? Unfortunately, we got caught out. What can we fix? What mistakes can we go ahead and make sure do not happen again? Because right now, you're on your day's 2nd of matches, and you look, a couple of these teams have only played 1 day, and they're still in the top 3. So they have these squads have a lot of points they need to get in order to catch up. But you know, AG right now just kind of hanging out in this bus.
On the bus.
Oh,
it's a party. It's a party. Gonna be riding the coast right here. Still looking for some loot. Another squad. Endgame. Not having the best Vikendi matches. Getting taken down pretty early on. On a steamroll before that. Looking to make the come up as well. Wick Royds. Lucifer. We saw him in the chat early on.
Getting those good points is so huge right now. Lucifer just looking up to the sky with his Scorpion. Who knows what's going on right now? They're in Sierra Leone. Getting that loot. Yugi driving with this buddy right now. Looking to see if they can hopefully get a spot to get some loot. But they are rolling in style. We haven't seen much from Disconnected.
Not gonna lie, we haven't seen much from Disconnected.
They're gonna have to show up. I've actually played with Yugi in the past, you know, like I know that this is another squad that's a little bit newer working together, so it's always tough when you're trying to build that synergy with a brand new team, especially at this kind of high level play.
Yeah, the amount of pressure on their backs, you know, I can only imagine. But like we were talking about last game, if you have a couple poor performances, you know, try not to get on each other, you know, try not to do the blame game after that game. Like, you got to stay positive. You got to have those vibes coming and just that mindset that you guys can win, right? Like, you got to aim high. So hopefully Disconnect, they can do just that. Have a good time, play their game, get some kills, get into some fights here. Proxide out here, going to be looting on up. So the typical Miramar early game, not much action.
Yeah, you know, just kind of hanging out, getting your loot, getting ready for late game zone, just kind of predicting where it's going to go. This is one of those maps where you got to have loot. It is so huge because towards the end, you cannot drive. If you try moving that vehicle, it is going to get blown up in an instant. So, you know, making sure that your team is all set up on smokes. Unfortunately, you know, Miramar's a map where you're not going to find a whole bunch of them. You're going to have to really look for them. And with these squads, they ain't dying early. So, well, Minwoo gets one, though.
Oh, man.
From Disconnect.
We were just talking about him. Yeah, we were just talking about him.
That's unfortunate.
Losing one member right there.
And that's what you want to avoid, you know, because it's just so much more difficult late game when you're down that person. Because if a full squad runs in 4 on you, it is hard. Because everybody's playing at a high level right now. They're going to hit those shots. So, unfortunate for Disconnect. They're going to go ahead and lick their wounds, get together, and hopefully not lose another member as the next zone is coming soon.
You kind of have to question this, though. Eclipse out there on their own. You know, they just lost a member. 2 of the members, they continue to rotate on into a compound, trying to get into some type of cover. But I feel like Eclipse is looking for some kills out there. But this is going to be a 1v4. I mean, this is, in my opinion, a losing battle.
Absolutely.
I see them fragging out onto S&G. So hopefully they're in the dirt playing that worm strategy and just trying not to be noticed right now. 4 Angry Baby's going to be pulling on up over here as well. Everybody, just continue to get some loot here.
Yeah, just kind of hang out, no big deal. I see Survival's hanging up there up top in that building. I wonder if he's just kind of scouting.
No.
But Singularity found Eclipse. That's another member.
They found him.
Another member.
That's what I was talking about. What Eclipse, you know, just kind of dangling out here like some bait on a hook, just waiting to get snatched up.
That's a tough one right there. Yeah, hate to see it, indeed.
Still 2 members alive, though. Yeah.
Well, they're going to have to work twice as hard because now Miramar, one of those tough maps where you're just out in the open and you need that full team, but hopefully they're able to kind of put it together and be able to get a decent placement for their squad. But Singularity now happy, 2 kills. They're running around. They look to be pretty well looted. They're just kind of holding this position, overlooking everything right above Picado.
I got a question. Is there a name for this bird? This hawk? Is there like an official name for it?
Dude, I don't even know. That thing gets in your face when you're shooting, you know? But hey, you know, like sometimes I think, you know,
no
name, you know? I named mine Jerry.
I guess if you get it, you name it yourself.
That's correct.
Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry the bird. Yeah, he just kind of hangs out on my shoulder, chills, you know, no big deal.
And then the bear. Does the bear have a name either? Oh, Survival.
I don't know about the bear, but Survival looking to be one. Oh, is he going to pre-nade again? What?
By themselves.
Oh, he shot
themselves.
He shot him through the wall. Survival was leaning a little too close to it, and his arm kind of stuck through it.
Oh.
Got a little bit of a bop right there.
I don't know if he's going to connect that one. You got to be careful with that grenade.
He's coming with that Uzi.
I believe they are recognizing a solo player, though.
Oh, he's going to get in this buggy. He's out. GTA. We gone. Survival trying to survive. Oh, he's gonna have a hard time. He spins out. Rip.
That's a F in the chat right there. Driving right on into that clean slate of concrete. That's target practice if I've ever seen one.
That's tough. Play zone gets
man.
Lucifer. That's a tough one right there. I wonder what happened. But man, yeah, survival tried to get away. Unfortunately,
Tougher than this? I think this was the toughest one.
Yeah.
I thought he made it on out of there as well. I'm not gonna lie, but then I saw where he landed, and they were hot on it, bro. They were hot on it, man.
That's
More mistakes happening in this game. Bucky, I believe, fat finger right there. The revive should come on out, as I did see one of their squad mates near him. Versace popping off in the kill feed with the Uzi, as always.
Poor Richie, you know, that's going to be a tough loss for that squad right now. It's kind of crazy. As you see, it's still pretty early in the game. There's a lot of people right now getting knocked out early. That's going to be tough, especially for Miramar. Lucifer was finished, too. That's terrible. Knocked and thirsted by the play zone. Not sure exactly what happened there, but you see Ice just kind of chilling in his vehicle, rotating towards zone. Q in the blue as well. The Unnamed trying
Someone told me Lucifer's phone died.
Oh, that feels really bad.
Gotta plug that thing in, man.
You gotta have that charger close and at the ready. That is unfortunate. I was wondering because I saw him earlier just kind of staring at the ceiling. But man, that's a huge loss. Huge feels bad for Endgame.
Oh, you know, you got enough time to plug it in, get a little juice up in there, a little juice. Makes you loose.
Hey, but I'll tell you what, you know, Lucifer is one of those players. He's very experienced. Even with dying here, he's going to be putting a big effort into this team. He's going to be looking and making sure that he gives all the comms he can for his squad to make it a little bit easier on them. There's been plenty of times where a 3-man is able to finish on top, so hopefully they're able to deal with that loss. Oh, but here comes the AWM out the airdrop. My personal favorite for this map. I wonder if a team is going to be in a good position. You got Team 19 there driving up towards it. They're coming. That's going to be a huge pickup.
Pulling up. No suppressor in it, though. No suppressor. I like to see a suppressor in the crate, though.
Oh, he don't need it. He's like, I want you to hear this AWM as it comes out. You know?
Want to hear it. The Unnamed out here in the blue going to be taking a lot of damage, maybe miscalculating how far they are from the circle here. I mean, I know Rand has 3 first aids, but these are first aids that you're not going to be able to use in the mid to late game unless you continue to loot on up here. So hopefully they'll make it. Prada, they've been consistent here tonight, you know, slowly creeping on up these leaderboards. Don't be sleeping on this team.
They definitely got some gun skill. Just unfortunately, they just seem to have that 1 or 2 players kind of getting caught out on their own, and they're losing them a little that early mid game, making it tough for them to get that strong finish. But hey, like you said, they've been quite consistent lately, and if they put in that work, one good game, they can fly up the leaderboards. Here comes the new zone, though. And it goes.
Let's see where it goes.
Over to the west. As you can see, you got Yugi disconnected. They lost 2 members, but they are chilling right now, dead center. All these squads are trying to collapse and find that great spot. But as you can see, Team 20 in a really, really good position on that high ground mountain.
Yeah,
here comes
X-Gamer. They don't need to do nothing. They don't need to do nothing. They can just chill up there. They're going to be up there on the high ground. They're feeling good right now. AVX. 4 members alive still. They're doing way better than last game. Still alive 13 minutes into the game. For some decent loot. Here comes the man. Driving on up as well. Doing a little bit of scouting action. Might be popping off over here to check out S&G on their rotate. Maybe get some cheeky shots. YouAreScare out here as well.
Look at all
kind
these
of in the open.
Oh, 4 angry
trying
babies.
to make a deciding factor.
Getting a nade onto tier right now.
Yeah, Pretender. That was a good one. That was a good one.
But they can get third party.
Might occur, though.
Absolutely. Each one of these members of these teams have a knock on each other. They're right next to one another. One good nade could be the end for each one of these teams. And then you got that deadly third squad just at the ready. Look at those angles that 4 Angry Baby has right now. They're really separated.
4 Angry Babies, they've definitely been improving here tonight when it comes to just the way that they move, right? Their movement patterns are way different from the first night when they had the opportunity to play. So they definitely went back, watched the VODs, and did some practice in between that time. We see time actually getting a little aggressive. Universe 7, they were able to get the revive. They are in this dip. Like you mentioned, though, 1 or 2 grenades could spell disaster for Universe 7 right now, especially because they are going to be third party from behind if they do overexpose themselves. So they're in a very tricky situation.
Absolutely. You know, 400 Baby spots out rad right now. Each one of these members are pretty spread out. They got all kinds of angles. The Universe 7's pretty well tight-knit together. They're going to have a squad actually push on them if they're looking to take them out. But it definitely can happen. Look at this right now.
Ooh, big grenade.
Singularity. Getting close.
Yep, they're getting aggressive. I mean, we got multiple fights happening all throughout the map. Zeus going to be connecting on to Unruly right here. But in exchange, Versace's like, hey, that's my squad mate. We don't appreciate that.
Nades going off all over the place right now. 400 Baby trying to hold on. Getting some shots on Versace. Versace gets knocked by Alucard. This is a tough match, tough fight for each one of these teams. Here comes JOVI coming out the side of, next to Singularity. Getting on over to the rest of his squad.
Gabby was maybe trying to third party, but seeing how that unfolded so quickly in the favor of SNG, just going to focus on positioning because that works out very well for him. Next circle is going to be hard shift as well. Still favoring Chumacero out there to the west. Unruly trying to get the snipe with the AWM on Alucard as they made that jump shot with the grenade. Unsuccessful.
They need to protect those cars because the zone is shifted off them and they're going to have to get moving. There's 42 seconds left. And once the zone hits the next circle, it is going to hurt. So, man, maybe they just kind of both make an agreement, say, hey, guys, let's just get the heck out of here and fight each other later. But it doesn't look like it. They are pissed.
This is NA. This is NA.
No, this is NA, baby. Brad throwing that nade long. Doesn't connect. Yuki with the double barrel shotgun. Getting a knock. Getting up close and personal. Holding that shotgun until late game. Really interesting.
Universe 7, though, I feel like they could definitely hop in their vehicles right now. Maybe, you know, rotate wide. Avoid getting taken out. YouAreScare. And just, you know, leave the 400 Babies behind.
That was interesting. So right there, the second they saw 400 Babies leave, they said, okay, it's clear to go. Boom, get in the vehicles and get moving to the next zone. But it's tough because you don't know where these other squads are, and you're going to try and get in here late. Not a fun time. Goat gets a nade on the man. Tribe sitting right there below. They can third-party both of these squads. It's going to be interesting to see here as we get further into the late game.
400 Babies able to peel off that fight, going for that wide rotate. Utilizing the edge of the blue right here. It's going to be a challenge for them to traverse up this mountainous terrain. They're going to be taking some damage here. Very tricky call. Going to crash into a tree. That makes it even more challenging.
Yep, they
popping on over here.
Orion. Orion with the heart. Yeah. Try to get them shots from long range.
Still representing out here. Yep. 2 members from Tribe going to be in the shack over here. Getting pinned down by Prada.
Right now, everybody just kind of holding their position, finding a spot, waiting for that next circle to pop because this is the huge one. Will it hard shift? Will it stay kind of center? Who knows? Well, we got about another 30 seconds until we find that out. AVX in a really good position up here at this church. X Gamers with the M24 gets a snipe on the Alucard and the finish. That's tough for 400 Babies. Zeus goes down as well. What do you think about this one, Dave? This is a tough position for 400 Babies.
They had a challenging rotate, you know, the 400 Babies. I do like that they decided to go for that wide rotate, not just send it straight up through. Oh! YouAreScare going to be out here first, and AG King going to be getting some nice shots out there. HP Star still alive. Big Bang as well. They need to be careful because JOVI is right up there to their north. On the flip side, Orion, the Heart God themselves, going to be up here on that church area.
And they can
overlooking
see everybody.
Teams.
Absolutely right.
Yep, they have so many sightlines up there.
This could be their game.
Though. YouAreScare being gate kept.
And that's a tough gatekeep. They're still out of zone right now and having to smoke out, getting gate kept by at least 2 teams from different angles. Not easy.
Prone smokes are going to be out. I do believe those are smokes from YouAreScare. So they're going to be blocking those sightlines to allow YouAreScare to get up close and personal. Big Bang going to be connecting, getting some nice shots over there. QQ still alive in the shack over there. Some nice windows. Watching their squad mates just die in front of them, though. This has to be so painful. The third party from AVX up there on the church show doing so much work, so much damage.
A ton of damage. And the Unnamed as well getting some shots on. Royd's not getting a knock on to Vutron Cal. This next zone has shifted up to the northwest side. It's going to be tough for these squads trying to get a kill right now. Bang! Gets the kill.
The pre-fire. Got it.
With the solid pre-fire.
And you're gonna have a vehicle.
But here
JOVI
comes
are
JOVI.
pushing though. JOVI are feeling confident after that previous chicken dinner. They're gonna be risking it a little bit out here. Gabby Prophecy gonna be cleaning on up, mopping them up right there, getting some more points on the board. I believe AVX might have moved out, or at least were distracted, because I'm surprised JOVI were able to push on over there in the open. Yeah, AVX are no longer in their church position. They're prioritizing the zone right now. So just perfect timing right there from JOVI, the two members, to be able to clean it up.
And the Unnamed in a really good position in this zone. That hillside is really good for them, but they got JOVI right behind them. They're going to have to go ahead and frag out like crazy, and this is that position to do it for sure. Tribe on the corner as well. Full squad up. This is going to be a huge game for them. They need these points, as they are a little bit behind in the leaderboards on their second day of matches.
Yeah, here comes the fight. JOVI are going to be making the push on up. The Unnamed was kind of distracted, kind of tunnel visioned out there. Take some shots. SNG trying to get the third party. Also tossing out the grenades. We see Caitlyn. We see Gabby in the front line. Going to be taking the shots. Bucky already down. Q from the Unnamed trying to get the revenge play. Rain going to be spotted from Clue from behind. Here comes the third party. And just like that, the Unnamed crunched on like a Pringles sandwich. They're going to be done and dusted. SNG with 4 members alive, trying to take down the last 2 members of JOVI.
There's nothing you can do, and guess what? SNG and JOVI know they're in the top ranks. They're looking to take them out early. The second they got that knock, they said, hey, let's take them out early, and we can fight each other right afterwards, and it looks like that's what's about to happen. Singularity coming on the slump, gets the knock.
Ooh.
Clue, Minwoo getting third party now. Oh, unfortunately gets knocked right when he gets behind cover.
Oh. That's huge. That's huge, that third party. That's going to stop the push right there. Caitlyn might be able to survive after that, because now SNG are heavily distracted. They might want to go for this revive. Already throwing smokes on out. Tribe out there also trying to third party. All these teams, 8 teams remaining, so close to each other right now. Nobody can take a fight without being punished.
The zone moves further center off of Caitlyn. Unfortunately, she got that little bit of a break, but it gets a little bit tougher right now. Will she be able to, though, snake her way in? And teams might forget about her. And you never know. She might be able to get some huge kills coming up here.
Yeah. You can hope
she already gets one on the King
SNG.
A. Oh, but Memo takes her out. That's going to be it for JOVI.
Hey, 8th place, though. And they got some kills. We'll have to pay attention to how many kills they got at the end here. SNG going to be rotating on in around, avoiding unknown blood over here in this compound, going towards the north. X Games out there in the distance as well. All 4 members of SNG, they were able to recover off that, and with 9 kills. But Tribe going to be tossing out some smokes. Yep. Where are they going? Are they going to try to breach the AVX compound or try to wrap around them?
They have to get out of there. The zone is shifted and it's coming. They need to go ahead and take that zone priority. They go and just drop some nades to give them a little bit of breathing room, and they are on this wall. They're going to have to push in, though, and it ain't going to be easy.
Unknown blood right over here as well. This is so dangerous.
Orion with the hearts, throwing the nades. Got the AK out.
Oh. Looks like Memo was taken down. Was able to get the revive. Ice gonna be bleeding on out. Unknown blood. Hitman out here trying to provide that cover for Ice to get the revive.
Shaka trying to pick him up. Tribe holding on right here. It's gonna be tough that they don't go for that push. They're gonna go ahead and try to get in now, though. Hold the position. Memo getting lit up a little bit. Epic's gonna try to make that cross as well. Ooh, and Memo taken
and
out.
Tribe, I believe they might have used all their smokes in the previous rotation. They're trying to avoid the unknown bloods, somehow managing to make it on into these buildings on over here.
Oh, Ice coming around the corner right now.
Trying to get the wrap around. Yep, they hear him. Ice though going to be having to walk the long distance. Right behind him, going to take some shots on King A. King A prone right there, anticipating the push, but was knocked down in the process. Epic behind the burning vehicle.
Oh, this could be a huge nade right here. Will he hit it?
Oh, on the Vass. That could be good. Ooh, not connecting on the Vass.
Hits the edge of
The
the
1v1? No, 1v2. Hitman's still alive. Oh, Hitman, as I say that. From another angle. 1v1. Vass trying to get the thirst out here. Trying to get some points.
Good smokes coming out.
I think Tribe's down to 1.
Yep, Epic now just sitting there.
Down to 1.
And he's in a really good spot. You know, he's pretty hidden. Hopefully the zone comes to him. And it doesn't. It goes off to the side. Singularity now in a great position to win. Minwoo, very paranoid. Throwing nades out to that random spot just in case. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like at this point in the game, you want to hold on to your nades unless you know you can get somebody with them. But I guess you want to clear out your angles, you know, just make sure no one's over there. So I also get it. Epic could set up for a nice backstab right there. I don't know if UnknownBLOOD. A lot of work to do to get into this new zone. SNG, though, like you said, definitely in the favorable position to win this game. 4 members live, 10 kills to their name up here in the north. Going to be taking some shots. Clue connecting on to one of the members from X Games. Here comes Epic trying to get the revenge play. Not tossing the grenade, though.
Teasing us. Puts the pin back in. Says, I'm going to hold on to this for later. He said, you know what? Zone's coming.
Smokes out.
Oh, there goes Epic. He's out.
With 4 members alive. Oh, Epic's out. Epic's out. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Tribe out of there. Look at that pre-fire in the smoke right now.
Yep.
That's where all that extra ammo comes in handy. Maniac! Oh, unfortunately, getting caught on that angle. Is able to stay alive. Gonna hit that first aid kit real quick. As this zone is starting to get closer and closer.
More grenades out there in the smokes. Trying to inflict as much damage as possible. AVX also trying to make the push on up. We see the GOAT out there getting super close to X Game. Prone right now. 3 teams remaining. SNG in the north. We got a 4v4v4. 4v4v4.
That is insane. Usually you see a whole bunch of these teams all kind of scattered out right now, but when you have this big of a squad, it's going to be intense. Oh, big huge nade coming from Cabo.
A little off. Cabo is getting extremely aggressive though. Oh, gonna be spotted by Cobra. Unlucky right there. Got to. Trigger also tagged in the process in return from Clue. Clue gonna be connecting another one with the M4. 2 members are left for X Games. Right now, SNG looking to clean up the lobby. 17 kills.
Are you kidding
Remember,
me?
the record's 22. Record's 22, but still.
Oh, they're free-firing this smoke. They're in trouble. Oh, they got hit markers. This is it.
There goes one. There goes almost another.
Oh,
are we going into the blue?
X Gamers gets one of the kills. That's a huge point for them.
That's actually nuts. Yeah, that's actually nuts.
Oh, and here comes the molly, and that is it.
Okay, I got it. I was getting worried though. SNG, they're losing members at the end. They're losing members at the end.
Absolutely. I wonder at what point, if you're laying down and you know you're in that position, do you just pop a nade on yourself so you can refuse them getting points? You know,
or you can go out to the blue. You can go out to the blue as well. You can go, back to blue, which is it's common. It's a strategy because we've seen in these tournaments it could be a deciding factor by 1 point.
Absolutely.
So every kill matters for sure, but huge game from SNG. Huge game.
Oh my gosh. Massive kills. That's 19 to their name. That is going to make a shift in the leaderboards for sure. But hey, man, X Gamers coming in second with a good solid 7 kills. AVX, the rocking the heart
big game
uniform, getting into 3rd place with some good solid 6 kills. Great performance from them. But man, wow, what a game of Miramar. Like I said earlier, this is one of those few maps where you can get a bunch of kills and the win, and Singularity did just that.
Yeah, so remember, this is Groups A versus C. That was match number 3. We got 1 more game to go, still Groups A versus C. Tomorrow, Friday night, it's going to be Groups B versus D, so they're going to be fresh off the benches, ready to go, lock and loaded, probably watching tonight's games, trying to get the one up on their opponents because they will be facing each other on Saturday and Sunday. But the leaderboards, we're almost halfway done with the group stages. After tonight, we'll be officially halfway done. It's 6 days in total. This is day number 3.
Wow.
So, with that being said, you got anything else to add to that?
No, I mean, it's absolutely intense. Every single game is going to matter. I can't wait to see who's going to pull it out here in this next match of Erangel. These teams know each other all and well. They know Erangel like the back of their hand, so it's going to be an intense one. I can't wait.
So don't go nowhere. We will be right back. Yo, what's up? We are wrapping it up with the final game of the evening. Get your popcorn, get your cafe con leches, get whatever you need to do to enjoy this one. Hot Jukes, I threw you off with a cafe con leche. I couldn't think of anything.
Hey, I mean, heck, you don't really even, I don't even think you need any caffeine with all this action that's going on, man. It's going to be intense. The final match of the evening. This is so huge. This is the second day, imperative for each and every single one of these teams to get some big points, especially those people that are in that 8th place range, somewhere on there. And since I'm talking about that, let's go ahead and go to the scores really fast as the plane's about to drop. In first place, we still have the Unnamed with 135 points. Singularity with that huge win, now going to second place with 123 points. Huge for them. What do you think about that, Dave?
Huge. I gotta ask you what you think about this, because SNG, they made a tweet and they said clues to Donut Boy. What does that even mean, the Donut Boy? Maybe the go-getter for getting some points out here. Wildcard gonna be bumped down to 3rd place after that game. Remember, they're not in the lobby. Spacestation in 4th place. They're also not in the lobby. X Gamer, they are slowly crawling up. But what do you think? SNG, why are they calling Clue Donut Boy? What does that mean?
Usually when that means you get the donuts, that means you ain't got no kills so far in this tournament. Oh, you know? Unfortunately.
Hey, SNG said one of them.
That's a
their momager. Lexi Baby's calling out. Hey, I'm just calling it.
That's tough, but hey, you know what? It ain't about kills. It's about teamwork and getting that W.
Teamwork,
unfortunately, Lucy in the last game had some comm issues, tried to restart his device, and unfortunately wasn't able to get back in the lobby. So that's a tough one for Endgame. But hey, you know what? They still didn't perform too bad as a squad. But hey, this is Erangel. This is the map they know. So let's get back to the game. As these people are dropping,
let's get in it.
Everybody seems to be going north. JOVI's the only one. Down in military, their old loot spot, Unnamed and Novo. You're gonna see some action.
Circle,
at the back.
though.
Oh,
Circle.
goes north.
Jovi's gonna have a tough time. Hopefully, Lucifer charging their phone on the break. They should be able to perform and play over here on this map. Tribe looking to make some more points up here to end the night as well. Ooh, this is my favorite skin, by the way. I thought only oh yeah, Epic is the one with the skin. I was playing with Epic and he showed me that one. First time I saw it, I was freaking out, and then I learned it's kind of exclusive, right?
It's super rare. Epic and Powerbank are the only 2 people I know that have it, and I'll tell you what, I'm pretty darn jealous. But you know what? I'm surprised people are using car skins as Cabo knocks Star with that. Oh, Cabo gets knocked back. What is going on?
Yep. HP Star going to be getting revived, but I think Prada might be getting aggressive here. They are going to be out there in the distance. They could potentially attempt a run over. I mean, no helmets out here, not a lot going on. Cabo, though, most likely bleeding on out, but popping on over here.
Loss.
Disconnect. Yeah, huge loss, especially in the final game of the evening, but I mean, you can't risk it. Both teams probably don't have much loot to work with, so you really can't take the engagement, and you got to think bigger picture, especially with this circle all the way up there in the north. You're going to have to focus on positioning. You might want to go and send it to Severny because that's probably free and clear. If you can be the first squad to get there, it's going to be some good loot and good positioning for you. Yogi disconnected up here. Looking for some information on AG.
Pachinki, always a tough one when you have a couple squads go in. A lot of cover. You got those people hanging out on those roofs. It could be a really valuable place where you can get some good loot, but also really tough to get out of, especially when the zone goes either north or south. You know, you try to land Pachinki so that way that zone lands circle. You don't have to move so far, but unfortunately it did go north, so these teams are in kind of a pickle right now.
So I'm curious. We'll have to pay attention. What does JOVI do? I mean, they're all the way down there in military base. They just had a couple decent games here tonight. Do they risk it and send it over those bridges? Do they maybe look for a boat? I don't know. I mean, if they get in a boat, they're going to have to go pretty early on. But boating is definitely an option if you got the gas cans at this point in the game with this first circle. So we'll have to see. We'll see how they do it. HE, though, out here getting aggressive on the offense.
Absolutely. They're each trying to get a spot out right now. This is really a game of who sees who first. I'm pretty sure you look at JOVI, they're down there in military base. They've got all the loot in the world to themselves, so they're able to loot up fast. But yeah, are they going to take off quick and go through that bridge? I think so, because a lot of these teams are starting to move up north. It's really unlikely someone's going to go for that type of bridge camp.
Yogi. We were talking about the player earlier on. Eclipse up here with the DP on the roof. I believe might have spotted just a smidge of King running across there.
This is a tough one to get out of, but hey, as you can see, HG ended up getting that UAS right there. They got it safe, putting it into a good spot, so they know that they can rotate out when the time is needed. DC holding the other side. I know that they... Depends if that car decided to spawn or not, though, because that's going to be a tough loss if it didn't. Just kind of peeking out right now, getting some information. Clue over here at Apartments.
Yeah, early game.
Yep. Singularity, unfortunately, losing Cabo, so now they're a 3-man right now. But they looks like they got Apartments and School to themselves, so they're going to be looted.
Some free loot out here. 8G. Looking like they're finally able to pick up all the kids from school and Pachinki.
That's a scary rotation right there, you know, that you're putting yourself out.
It's scary, but they don't want to take this fight. They don't want to take the fight, you know. They are focusing on positioning, which I agree with. I don't agree with them all being in one vehicle. Hopefully they can prioritize finding another vehicle. Looks like they're just going to come on over here to these warehouses and continue on looting. They didn't really do much.
Yeah, they were able to get out of there. Singularity, or looks like DC got some looks there. Unfortunately, Universe 7, Rad, getting knocked right now and thirsted by the GOAT. Another tough loss for these teams, as you know, it's the last game of day 2. You're gonna have to put in some work to get up in that leaderboard, especially when you have a couple teams who haven't played they've only played 1 day and they're still in the second and third spot.
Talking about some grip right there. That was a pretty good looking alpha.
That's a hard angle right there from Cobra. Those windows are tough to shoot through. You gotta find that perfect spot. But GOAT is knocked. Already a smoke coming down onto him. Looks like he's just trying to get some looks.
I'm actually surprised. Yeah, GOAT might actually be able to get revived right there. I mean, they're bleeding out fairly quickly, but like you said, Unruly will be peeling off this one. Oh, Orion with the heart and the flower. I think they brought the flower for you.
Nice.
They brought the flower for you.
Much love to Orion. Unfortunately, not feeling it as Cobra is 1 HP. 1 HP. Still snaking. And he gets caught out.
Versace.
By Versace.
Yep. Versace up here in the foothills from behind. He's going to need to be careful because I do see a squad mate from AbusementPrk right behind him as well. Here comes Rotate from another member off of Universe 7. Get a little split going on around this compound. I really like what Universe 7 are doing. They're trying to collapse in on AVX, but I don't think they're anticipating AbusementPrk pulling up on them. This is something else.
Unfortunately, that smoke came out too late as he tried to cross. Universe 7, I think, are just going to take that kill, that point, and move on. Unfortunate for AVX. Orion tried to save him, dropped that smoke, but the homie said, nah, I want to leave right now in the wide open, and was able to get caught out with that DP.
KBO in the Twitch chat saying they're throwing. It's all right, KBO. You guys did a good, still in the game. Best of luck to the squad. Thanks, everybody, for watching, for tuning in, for Twitch chatting, for writing comments in the YouTube chat, by the way. We're definitely watching you guys and girls, and we appreciate all the support. So, final game, we saw a couple people in the chat spamming some SNG. That's a given. We saw a couple people spamming some U7 for Universe 7, so I like to see the fans come out. Not really seeing much Tribe Gaming spam. I like to see some of that, not gonna lie. I know they got a lot of support out there. Versace gonna be prepping this molly, getting ready to throw it onto one of the members from AVX, just trying to pinpoint exactly where they are, which compound they're in.
They're gonna have to find that spot out. You know, the zone's about to shift right now. Oh, great nade! Oh, unfortunately, Versace just puts this in. He's like, you know what? I don't think I want to be up here no more. I'm gonna just chill down here, apply some bandages. That was a close one. Almost a perfectly timed nade there from Siak. Tears at the angle and the zone. You called it earlier, Dave. Severny. The main
That's what it's
spot.
all about.
Look at that.
I'm surprised no one went there.
Yeah, yeah. It looks like
Now they're going.
yeah, yeah. They're like Severny's the spot.
Let's go. But I mean, Severny has been free and clear for what, the past 10 minutes at least, and there's just nothing but loot there. I wouldn't be surprised if JOVI pull up the Stalber and end up playing the Stalber Hill. Looks like the Molly was popped down over there by Versace. Versace's squad mate still on the outskirts. Rad is going to be killed in action, so it is a 3v2 over here, and does look like AbusementPrk not opting to third part of this one.
Tier's got a good angle right here. He can definitely put in some work for sure. But yeah, it looks like all these teams are going to start heading up north. It's going to be tough though, because like you said, yes, Severny has been open for so long, and that is going to make teams fear going there. They're going to feel that a squad is there. So
it's already occupied.
Yeah, so you're going to have to see, and it's a tough one to just enter in all crazy. There's a really good foothill on the side with some good cover. So I want to see if teams are going to go there, kind of spot it out, and if they see it empty, send it in there and get some really good loot and position.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all about scouting. I mean, you might think it is occupied or already looted. Oh, Unruly going to be popping up, waiting for the bait for Peroxide to get on it. And once
he got turned on!
Turn around with the quick flip. Oh. You would think Unruly would have had it right there.
And he just dips. He said, yo, peace, I'm out. What a tough one for Universe 7.
That's the play that you hope is not on stream, but it is.
Yup, exactly right. Unfortunately, Universe 7 and Tier and Versace right now. All on their lonesome. Feels horrible.
Hey, good for Peroxide. That was a quick flick. That was a quick flick. I mean, hey, that's a good play. Universe 7 down to only 2 members left, licking their wounds right here in the blue, rotating now, trying to send it on north like we were talking about earlier. I don't know. I gotta say that camp did not pay off at all. Didn't pay off at all.
Absolutely. Oh, Versace now. They see AVX. They're getting their revenge.
No.
And he got him. Got him bold. That's it. AVX out.
Oh, hold up. Orion went down to the zone though.
Oh, okay.
Does the kill go to Universe 7?
No, unfortunately, if he died 2 play zone, he was the last one alive. Yeah, that's gonna be 1 point less for Universe 7. Unfortunately, got him down to 1 HP.
They chunked him down. They chunked him down. Yeah, they chunked him down really low, but didn't get that final touch. So there you go. I mean, Orion brought in that rose for a reason, right? To leave it on their grave and it's a death right there. 4 angry babies up here.
This is a great spot right here. They're going to see all these rotations going on north, and yes, they do. Oh, AG getting shot at by 2 teams. Blue Trunk Cow, unfortunately, not able to hit the mark. Tough shots. Oh, but he drove right into JOVI. And JOVI takes him out. All that dodging just to run into a full squad does not feel good. Been there.
Next circle does go on up. Severny's still going to be in it. Nice little shift down there to the south. So a lot of that terrain over there by Stalber not going to be in play. We have AbusementPrk. Still 4 members alive. Coming in from the west side. There's going to be a troll crate out there in the water. I don't think anyone will have time to go and collect that, unfortunately. JOVI going to be on the east side of this new zone. The Unnamed. Still with 4 members alive, all with vehicles. You like to see it because they can create their own cover, essentially, if they need to, especially with all these wide open fields that we do see in this circle.
Absolutely. You got Tribe sitting dead center. They're nice and pretty. Endgame's got a really good position as well. This is going to be huge for these teams. Last game, they got to pull out a good win with some good kills. They're going to need it, as the rest of these squads are going to have a whole nother day to play. And they're going to definitely soar in the leaderboard. So it's going to be a tough one right now. Hopefully, they're all right now waiting. That zone is starting to close. This next one is huge. Lucy gets knocked by VP with a good grenade. The Unnamed right now sorting their position, looking on. Looks like, oh, they do spot JOVI out. There's going to be some action going on right now. Gabby getting knocked.
Gabby connected on. And here comes the aggression from the Unnamed. After that, Lucas actually going to be reversing right there after getting tagged. They're going to be utilizing these vehicles as cover. Q going to be pulling up onto the tree, but Caitlyn with the DP, making sure Q doesn't make the pull up onto Gabby. Gabby trying to crawl on back. Here comes the smokes. Gabby is fairly safe. They might be able to get the revive successfully. It looks like the Unnamed have pumped the brakes just a little bit on this one. Caitlyn with the cover fire doing a great job at keeping the Unnamed at bay.
Yeah, Q doing a good job of working as that scout, lead car, getting that position. Fortunately, did not get knocked. So right now, he's got a good spot to kind of guide his team to help him out right now. Right now, he's just kind of focused on not getting knocked. Because if he does, it's going to be a tough one for the Unnamed to pick him back up.
Exactly. And, you know, you got Caitlyn
big
pretty much holding the left of this tree. Prophecy holding the right of this tree. Here comes the grenades, like you said, 3 grenades right on into the smoke squad. I do believe that they're in the compound, but the Q connect onto Gabby and getting the flush with that one. Gonna be going for another grenade just for the heck of it, but will be tagged right there. Prophecy not too happy with that one. Caitlyn trying to regroup on. Here comes Slump getting more grenades out here as well, and now we got a 3v3. Ran on the off angle trying to get close to Caitlyn. Going to be connecting on to Caitlyn. Bucky as well with the support over here, and the Unnamed finally making that collapse.
The zone is shifted. It goes up north to Severny. Rand getting a knock on a Prophecy. Now that's one up. They're full pressing. It's up the slump. Oh, unfortunately, not able to do it. That's a huge loss for JOVI. Unfortunately, the Unnamed going to be pretty well looted, but they still have to get into zone.
They have to get into zone, but they're able to get Q up.
Full squad.
So they are going to have 4 members alive. Have some loot. Yep, they're going to be right there on the edge. We were talking about Severny on earlier. Hitman. Prone right now. Probably doing a little bit of that praying action.
Oh, that hand.
All of Severny almost in the zone. So there's going to be a lot of cover, a lot of urban combat. Potentially, depending if we get a hard shift up there to the north.
This is the next zone that usually decides that favorite. You know, it's imperative that they get it. So we're going to see some teams stay. We're going to see some teams move. Here it comes right now. That circle is starting to close. Right now, every team's just kind of holding their angles, waiting. Right now, these IGLs should be talking. They should be predicting where it's going to go. Like I said earlier, they got to make sure that they're ready for this shift if it goes off them. Because it ain't going to be easy. Gotten some action now from Ran. The Unnamed, Universe 7, and DC all getting into something. Look at Lucy right now, snaking. He's pissed. He's pissed about last game. He's looking to make a statement.
Yeah. How many? Only 2 alive. Wick and Lucifer. So, already going to be down 2 members. They do have some cover. AbusementPrk finally strolling on in this circle. They've been in the west for the entirety of this game, kind of just chilling, playing the zones, trying to make it on into late game with 4 alive. The Unnamed, non-stop aggression from them, just continuing to have to force their way on into the zone. Getting kills, getting knocked in return, getting the revives. But one of the members from Prada getting a quick sightline off the Fanboy up there on the 3rd story. Fanboy quickly hitting the deck right there, healing on up.
Got that Bucky. 6x mini, tapping it quick. Look at the Unnamed, though. Under all this pressure, they've been fighting teams this entire game. And it's got its advantages because guess what? They are ready. They're primed, ready for a fight. Some of these teams that just sit for so long, once they get into the fight, they get those fingers ain't warmed up to the top angle. As you can see, Boots on count now trying to get a shot on the Q.
Hopefully the fingers aren't too warm. They'll be slipping and sliding. That's right.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that adrenaline's full up. They're ready to fight.
Yeah.
Oh, huge name. That was up top. Fortunately, not connecting.
It is pretty amazing, though, that the Unnamed, they're in so much action. And, you know, they've been getting knocked in the process, but they're so good at providing that support for their squad mates to be able to get the revive. Like, some teams, you know, when the players get knocked, they just like, oh, that sucks. You know, you got knocked. We gotta fight this fight. But with the Unnamed, they fight the fight and attempt to get the revive. Like, how are they able to just continue to pull us off? It's beyond me.
The Unnamed playing with a really good strategy. They like to push 3-1. As you can see, you got Rand, Lucas, and Bucky together, and they usually have one player on the off angle. Hard shift though on the zone. This is gonna be a tough one. All these teams are
Yeah,
going to have to go
11.
in, and that is a lot of open field over there.
A lot of open field.
That's
we already
not
see
good.
the names, you know, planning their crash. They do have 2 vehicles.
So they like to usually do that with that. They're going to go 2-2 here. Really interesting. Lucas now getting some points while his squad's looking to go ahead and...
Wow, they're just going straight to it.
Look at that.
They're not going down south.
Yep.
The Unnamed are crashing. They're sending it.
Yep.
To this church.
Look how they push,
They're
though. They
looking for
have
kills.
those 2 people go in with that vehicle, and they have that person in the back just kind of waiting for someone to peek as they drive up. Good bait, and they make it happen. Memo takes out Outsider, said, "Sir, sit down. You need to view this match." That's unfortunate for Tribe.
What's going on here, though? Avengers, like, cruising at, like, school zone speed right now through Suburban.
Hey.
Maybe just count out the
This
area.
is definitely not panic driving right now. This is them deciding
that was like, oh, maybe if they drive slow enough. No.
Don't go here, don't go
else.
there.
They still alive, though. You can't hate on it, but they will be connecting. We'll be finding the man with the taking shots on the Ran over there on the UAS. UAS has to be chunked down solo. Q. Yep, there goes the vehicle explosion.
Off rotation.
Ran is still alive. Lucas pulling on up.
Right
Abusement
behind
Park
him.
right up there on the hill.
Lucas knocking survival. Man, the Unnamed is going off as they go to take this hill. Ran now getting knocked, though. Oh, there's all types of squads here on Snake Hill. It's going to be a tough one.
Oh, right behind them. Right behind them. Here we come. Trying to get some more action. This is the rejects coming up right behind. AbusementPrk will be getting extremely aggressive on the Unnamed, and I think that's it for the Unnamed. I mean, the Unnamed, you know, having a very tricky situation when it comes to making the call on where to go.
Bucky's
They
still
sent
up.
the hill.
Bucky from the
Bucky
Unnamed
is
is still
still
up. That's
Oh.
right. So it looks like they just ran, like I said, 3-1. And they got that one in the back just getting placement as they unfortunately weren't able to take out AbusementPrk. Oh, dude, look at that Oxide. Making sure nobody's there. This is a huge game for AP as they have the best position.
They might think that Bucky is behind there. They might think Bucky's behind them because it wasn't the insta-flush, right? So
Absolutely. Oh, Wick having to put his best wiggle on right now. Look at him doing the salsa.
He's wiggling.
Saying, Richie, leave me alone.
He's still wiggling. Richie.
Oh, and he
Richie
finally gets knocked.
Richie not getting it. He's still wiggling. Dude's wiggling while he's Whoa. What is going on here? Oh my goodness.
Action like
The
crazy
rejects
right
up
now.
here.
This is a huge
The
game for
rejects down here,
AbusementPrk.
this little dip. 7 teams remaining still.
Absolutely.
AbusementPrk losing survival.
They did lose zone as well. So unfortunately, Tribe now. Dead center. This is going to be tough. Every single team's going to be shooting at Tribe right now. They're just going to try and hold on for this zone and try and defend themselves. But they, look at this. Great plays from Tribe as they got all these vehicles blown up. Throwing smokes out. Great cover. Richie trying to spot
With the
right here.
sightlines on the reject. Yep. Tribe. They got some smokes. They got hard cover though. Unless a team gets up close and personal and throws these grenades through them. But talk about a crash. There's
at the
3
same time.
teams on this shack. HP Star Fanboy within the shack.
Here comes DC Dwighty Boy now. 1v1. Takes him out.
Yep. Maniac getting killed by no mercy in the distance over here. From the reject. That's just unlucky. 2 squads pushing the one shack at the same exact time. Unlucky. That was huge though.
Huge. Look, Lucy though, getting his car and just kind of standing on that angle, trying to hold on for Endgame. First one out last game, last one alive this game. He hopefully is looking to secure a good position for his team. Right now, AbusementPrk having to move into position. One of their members already in. But Richie has a really good angle.
I feel like this is one of their best games.
This is the game that they need right now. They got the spot. Hopefully they can get a bunch of kills and finish off the night strong. That'll give them some good vibes going into the next day's games. Oh, Richie. Gets knocked.
Yeah. I'm looking at our squads down there in the south. Disconnect. This could be a good game for them. Could be a good game from Tribe as well. I mean, no one's really making the hard push on the Tribe. They have all these vehicles for cover. They have a little
Smokes like
shack. They're
crazy.
continuing to smoke on up. Yep, to make sure that they're not going to overexpose themselves, because it is the only hard cover within this new circle. So everybody's going to be looking at it. Here comes Disconnect.
Oh,
They're
here
going
they
to
come.
be pushing a little further on into the circle.
Great car cover. Everyone's smoking right now. End on his own. Gets a knock onto the mat. Oh, Epic is up as well. Or Epic looking to getting some knocks. Oh, and unfortunately, a return nade. Gonna be tough. But as you can see, Tribe with their experience,
the one counter, right?
dropping smokes down.
That's the one counter to Tribe is grenades. If a team gets close enough, they can just toss out a couple grenades and most likely inflict tons of damage.
Oh, yeah.
Onto him. Lucifer still alive, the solo member from the squad. Is going to have to snake their way on into new zone, but Epic going to be peeking their head, going to be spraying out there onto Disconnected. Lucifer also trying to get a piece of the action themselves.
Gave away his position, though.
On the Tribe. Gave it away, but not giving up. Going to be tossing some smokes out there.
Right now, if I'm Disconnected, I'm seeing Lucifer as a teammate right now. You know, trying to push on the Tribe to get that
on this one.
to get them out of there. But you know what? It's all for one, all for all right now.
Lucifer spotted, trying to get the spray down.
Look at that.
Super low, but pre-smoked right there, able to heal on up. King A using these windows to try to get some information out here.
Ooh, both teams onto Lucy. That's tough, but he's still alive. That is insane. As the zone gets smaller, look at Tribe.
Lucifer might win this.
That would be insane.
I got a good feeling. I mean, Tribe, they're focusing on Lucifer.
Oh, here comes King A right now.
King A pushing up into smoke. Yep.
But look at Lucy just sneaking up, snaking his way, trying to survive. But they're gonna see each other right now.
Disconnected could make some plays right now.
And Lucy
while
gets
Tribe is
caught out
distracted
by
by
King A.
3v3. The final game of the evening. Groups A and C right here. Disconnected. Best placements yet. Tribe looking to get the traditional Game 4 chicken dinner.
And they need this one right here. This is huge for them. Took the gun off. Full sprint. He makes it.
Memo in the grass right here could be such a spoiler on the Disconnected. King A going to be unloading their clip with the M4. Going to be getting one of the members. This is a 3v2. King A getting aggressive right now, pulling up to the crate for some hard cover clips, peeking on up, trying to get the shots on to King A. King A, the front runner right now from the squad. Epic going to be thirsted. King A returning the favor. Now there's just one more member left from Disconnected. And just like that, King A with the final blow. The traditional Game 4 chicken dinner. Tribe taking it home just in time.
Huge.
Spam those emotes in the chat. Fear the Tribe.
Huge, huge, huge for Tribe. King A getting aggressive at the right time, putting that pressure fire, letting every single 5.5 bullet he had out, and was able to get that good little clip headshot. Really good performance from them. Right now, they got 9 kills. They absolutely needed it. Hopefully, they're able to take this energy on to their next day of matches, as they have still a whole lot of catching up to do.
Yep, Group A. So we're not going to see them here tomorrow night. They're going to be here on Saturday night. But great final game for them. Another good game for Endgame, and I think the best game yet for Disconnected. So
whew, look at that.
5 kills, able to get some placement points. Yeah,
not
too bad.
Good, solid. Look at Lucy though.
Like Universe 7.
Absolutely. I mean, Universe 7 getting a good solid 13th place, unfortunately. They got that big fight early on. It's tough. The Unnamed, though, still, look at them. 9th place with a